Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. We're broadcasting live today from Hall Financial. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
Adam had to give you some crap because I'm wearing a hat.
Oh, my God.
But, you know
Let me tell you, I love remote broadcasts. They're so fun. They're so chaotic. I love it. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. I'm wearing my Lions hat.
Y'all, this chair is way more comfortable
Speaking
than
of the Lions, they re-signed some players.
Yes.
They're rumored to be potentially signing some players. I'm ready to get this show started. Mm-hmm. Let's start with Tracy Walker. Yes. I think that is the marquee figure, the key name. Mm-hmm. The key Detroit Lions player that was re-signed yesterday. Jeff, I'll let you do the honors.
Well, I'm happy with the Tracy Walker deal. Honestly, if you look at all the deals that got done yesterday, I felt like Tracy was the most friendly out of all the guys that got paid. You saw Christian Kirk get a ton of money, and Marcus Williams is still out on the market. But Tracy was the first thing that needed to get done. Re-sign Tracy. I think he's only making his salary cap this fall is $3.36 million. And he's got $17 million in that contract and all guarantees. So salary is not too much on the books for the Lions, and I love it. This is the first step. Yes, absolutely. I mean, Marcus Williams is still out there, but again, Tracy for $8 million a year. I mean, $5-6 million. I'm good with it.
I am more than happy with what we just got for Tracy Walker. I think it's a great move. I think it's a great re-signing. It's extremely important because now you're starting to understand, all right, this is what's coming together for this current draft, right? We know we're taking an edge, right? Whether it's at 232, 34, I mean, right. This is all talk that'll happen up until draft night. But you know you got a safety, right? And this pressure, you know, for me, the sign towards Akon Hamilton at number 2 would have made a lot of sense had they not re-signed Tracy Walker.
Right.
Now that they have at least one safety in a league that's really transitioning to single high safety, all right, we can live with Tracy Walker. We can draft a safety in the first, later in the first, second, third round. Mm-hmm. The position's there to be taken. Tracy Walker's a third-round pick. I love the re-signing. I think it sends a very good message for a football team to go 3-13-1 and to be able to re-sign some players, fully guaranteed contracts, bought into the system. Bring back Alex Anzalone for 1 year. They're probably still going to go after a linebacker in the draft. But the key but here is it offers them flexibility, and they're missing one more piece, Jeff, and that's a wide receiver. Whether or not they're going to go for Allen Robinson, we'll see. But re-signing Tracy Walker to that contract sends them a message to me that they're all in on the interior line. They're going for an edge, maybe 2. They're definitely going after a linebacker, probably going after another safety. I think they're secure for now at corner. It depends, right. Give or take. You have to see what Okudah looks like when he gets back. But my goodness, re-signing Tracy Walker, to me, home run had to be done. And for the amount of money they paid, a 3-year, $17 million deal?
Yep, 3 for...
Nothing.
3 for 25.
25 total, 17 guaranteed.
So that's majority.
I mean, a 3-year, $25 million deal for a guy that was, let's be realistic, I think in the open market, if he wanted to, probably could have bagged $10.5 million.
Yeah.
This offseason.
Absolutely. And I think the bigger point that I noticed from yesterday is what Brad Holmes is trying to do. He's bringing back guys, and you mentioned it, 3-win team. But you're bringing back a guy like Tracy Walker, who is very important on this team. He led the team in total tackles despite missing 2 games, so productive player. And that's how you start, and kind of rebuild. You don't let go of these guys early in the process. They were able to get a deal done with Tracy Walker. They re-signed Alex Anzalone. And, that's kind of what I expected to happen. I didn't expect a lot of, splashes yesterday. You saw the Jags doing a whole lot of that. No, the Lions didn't have to overpay for nobody. They got who they needed to get, and Can I ask all Detroit Lions fans this morning a question? Would you rather be a Detroit Lions fan or a Jacksonville Jaguars fan? I think if you're a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, you kind of want to kill yourself right now. Christian Kirk.
Zay Jones, Christian Kirk.
He got Kenny Galladay
They signed
money.
Everybody except Jesus Christ and Moses. What the hell was going on in Jacksonville yesterday? I didn't know they had that kind of money.
I was going to say they're spending a lot of money.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. What a waste of money. Look, I get it. You want to really surround your young franchise quarterback with talent. Trent Baalke, my friend, you are one of, if not the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe okay, Christian Kirk. I was like, you know what, Jeff? He's a young kid.
Yeah.
$21 million a year. They can get out of it in a few years. Whatever. I'm not going to overreact.
Mm-hmm.
Followed up with Zay Jones. We'll get a tackle. You get money. You get money.
Yeah.
You get money. Why didn't I get signed?
I know, and if that doesn't tell us that most likely Aidan Hutchinson's going number 1, I don't know what will.
Man,
signed a guardian.
We're going to get to that a little later. But what? Oh, God.
I think it was. What
does it mean for the market now? Because I think of one player, and we're going to get to him later as well. I don't want to go too far into this. But Davante Adams.
Okay.
If Christian Kirk makes $21 million a year, Davante Adams is a $50 million wide receiver.
And Amari Cooper got paid $25 annually before he got traded.
Whatever market Green Bay thought they could get Davante Adams, whatever market teams thought they could get an Allen Robinson at, I mean, we have a whole new number we're discussing here. I truly believe Allen Robinson is unattainable unless that injury and that last season is really going to impact his that bottom line figure. And if it doesn't, you're looking at Allen Robinson minimum at a $24 million annual contract. And Davante Adams, you're going to have to pay him Aaron Rodgers money at this point, Green Bay. So you messed up too. So it's really difficult this morning to kind of put together just what the hell unfolded.
No,
we're going to get to all the teams around 8:15 and what the hell happened in NFL free agency. But how that affects the Lions moving forward, does that increase the price of Allen Robinson?
Yes, it does. And I think it increases the price of someone as simple as DJ Chark. I mean, Christian Kirk and DJ Chark Kirk at least played last year, but Galladay money? He got Galladay money. So, again, I mean, this is the wide receiver market, and we made this point, Adam. Wide receivers, teams want them.
Teams
need them. To see them.
Teams need them. You need wide receivers to be successful. It's that simple. The game is evolutionized. You know, back in the early 80s and 90s, if you had a top running back, look, were you winning the Super Bowl every year? Maybe not. But if you had a top running back, you were making the playoffs.
Win a lot of games.
If you had the defense, you were winning Super Bowls.
Right.
And then it became a more quarterback-friendly league. They changed the rules. And as we've gotten to this point in this year, in 2022, the game has never been more wide receiver-friendly, which means you need a guy that can get separation and get open. And teams are willing to pay top dollar for that. Same thing with edge rushers.
Absolutely.
Were edge rushers as important back in 1988, 1992? They were important.
Yeah, they were.
But maybe not as important as an interior lineman or a middle linebacker.
Got to stop the run.
But here we are. Today's NFL, edge rushers have never been more important because you got to kill the opposing team's quarterback.
Right. It's a passing league.
All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. I want to revisit C.J. Moore.
Oh, wait. Hold up. We got breaking news.
Uh-oh.
I think DJ Chark actually just signed with us for 1 year, if I'm not mistaken.
DJ Chark to the Detroit Lions?
Let me see.
I'm going to call you guys'
yeah,
BS
look
here.
at former Lions DJ Chark is intends to sign a 1-year deal with the Lions. Woo! I told you.
Wow.
I told you. That was the guy that they're looking at.
That is a good deal.
It is a good deal.
That is
1
a
year.
very good deal. It's a 1-year prove-it deal for him.
Woo!
So you brought up DJ Chark yesterday.
Yeah.
And I told you that bringing in a wide receiver through free agency brings what value to your football team? And I think we both agreed stability at the wide receiver position. Because if you go and draft a wide receiver at 32, 34, 66, well, they're coming in with expectations.
Right.
You now have a guy coming off, yes, a broken ankle, yes, a serious injury. But my goodness, this is the first time we've had breaking news in the morning. Thank you, DJ Chark, by the way.
Thank you, DJ.
It usually happens at 10
everything.
o'clock when we finish the goddamn show. It's so frustrating.
It says 1 year, $10 million fully guaranteed.
Oh, I love it. It's a great contract. $10 million is nothing for a big-bodied receiver. He's going to offer a lot of dynamic playmaking ability for this offense. Now you have a big-bodied receiver in DJ Chark. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You have T.J. Hawkinson. Hopefully he steps the hell up this year. I'll leave that alone for now. You're going to have one of the better offensive lines, a solid run game.
Right.
You're going to have good quarterback play. I truly believe Ben Johnson is going to put Jared Goff, like he did down the stretch, in good positions to win football games. Detroit Lions fans, you have to be happy. You have to be happy this morning. This is looking better and better. The more and more I think about it, you were all in on DJ Chark.
It was.
Financially, I can't believe you got him at $10 million.
I can't either.
Jeff, it is unbelievable. Walk me through the impact he's going to make on this team.
So what I looked at when I was evaluating DJ Chark is he fits the mold for what the Lions want. Dan talked about it. Brad talked about it. They need size at the wide receiver position. He's 6'3". And the problem I had was he did miss last year because of that fractured ankle, but before then he was healthy. So I love it. Prove it deal. You get him on a 1-year deal. He fits what they need. They need a guy that can take the top off the defense. That's DJ Chark. And he caught 9 touchdown passes the year prior from Gardner Minshew and Nick Foles. So I think Jared Goff will see how that works out. But again, if he plays well, Lions have a chance to re-sign him, or he'll get a big deal elsewhere. So I think it's a great rental. You got him for 1 year at least, and then we'll see what happens after.
1 year, $10 million contract. Look, I didn't want him for a 3-4 year deal.
Yeah, no,
I'm willing to give that to Allen Robinson. But we just talked about it. Yesterday, what the Jacksonville Jaguars did is they ruined the league for everybody at the wide receiver position.
Absolutely.
The fact that they got DJ Chark, and you have to look at something. If the Lions only gave a 1 year, $10 million deal to DJ Chark, what was everyone else offering? Jacksonville had money. They didn't want to re-sign him. I'm not sure what that injury looks like, but a 1 year commit? Dude, it's a home run signing. I mean,
Absolutely.
This is why people really, truly believe in Brad Holmes. It's decisions like this that really make you feel good about where this football team is going. Now, I can sit up here and say, well, they were 3-13-1. I can bring up a million things. It's irrelevant. I think right now they're actually doing the correct things moving forward to build a good football team. And does that put them out of the market for a wide receiver in the draft? I don't think so.
No, 1 year deal. You need one.
I don't think so, but maybe it buys them a year.
Yes.
Maybe they don't take a wide receiver with the first 4, 5, 6 picks that they have this year. All right, so we're all in on defense again. Again, it always goes back to building up front on the edges, getting a linebacker, getting an additional safety to help Tracy Walker. Like this draft, I believe if it's all defense, or I wouldn't say all, but let's say 70% defense.
Right.
I think you're walking away feeling really good about your football team going into the, training camp.
Absolutely. Because this defense last year overperformed. We knew that. For what the talent they had, I mean, you had guys like A.J. Parker and Jerry Jacobs step up, which was huge, but now you have an opportunity to address it. 2 first-round picks. I would like a receiver within the first 3, but again, I trust Brad Holmes. He's made great decisions. I know people talk about wanting to spend money, this and this. Thank God Brad took the time to re-sign his own players, the guys he liked, and they got DJ Chark. Got a guy like that. I completely fine with me. Making smart free agent deals, and that's Brad Holmes. I mean, everyone gave him criticism for the Trinity Benson trade, but now he's doing pretty damn good in his first real free agency class. So congrats to Brad Holmes. He's been doing great. DJ Chark, I think that probably puts him out of the running for Allen Robinson. I'm wondering what kind of money he will be getting. But again, I know I see the Bobby Wagners in the chat, guys. I don't think that's happening at all. Bobby is not coming to Detroit as much as I love Bobby. A player in that point of his career wants to win immediately, to try and win a Super Bowl. So I think DJ Chark is probably the highlight for at least the day, but we'll see. I think there's a little bit more left for him to do, but not a whole lot of money to spend.
I love it. I love it. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, I do want to visit the NFL free agency frenzy that we had going on yesterday, and then we have to revisit DJ Chark, what it means for the Lions draft. My goodness, what a way to wake up on a morning, guys. Let me tell you. Hall Financial, good luck this morning. Shout out to Hall Financial.
Great.
That's the first time ever I've done a morning show, and we've had breaking news in the morning.
I love that for you.
You jackass agents always wait till 10:01. It's the most frustrating thing ever. I love this. I love it.
Something
Let's
in
go.
the air over here.
Let's go. This is awesome. All right, we got to take a quick break. When we get back, NFL free agency. The Jaguars decided to spend all the money they have. They're going bankrupt. We'll see you guys right after the break.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Woodward Sports is here to change the game. On March 21st at 9 a.m., we have a big announcement. The Morning Woodward Show will never be the same.
Imagine playing Fulling with a guy like Jared Goff. You might have a chance to win in that case. But you know what? You should go and try it anyway. Fulling Warehouse, located in Hamtramck. You can host your corporate party, team building event, or you could just come in with family and friends. They have two ways to play. My favorite way to play, the $10 unlimited open play. You can stay the whole time. Or
Why do you got to be weird like that?
Or you can have a private lane reservation for $120 for up to 10 people for 2 hours. They have over 100 different beers. They also have their $2 mystery beer machine and multiple full bars. You bring the food or have it delivered in. Come get your full on. Check it out at fullingwarehouse.com.
Oh. All right, we're back here on the morning show, guys. Thank you so much. Live from Hall Financial this morning. Breaking news, the Detroit Lions signed wide receiver DJ Chark to a 1-year, $10 million contract, fully guaranteed. Seems like a prove-it deal.
Yeah.
But let's visit around the league right now. Let's start with Jacksonville. I kind of made fun of them earlier. They signed Jesus. They signed Moses. I think they signed Mary herself.
No, they did not.
No,
they did not get the Virgin Mary. She's way too expensive.
Too expensive for the Virgin Mary.
Yep.
So Jacksonville basically signed every single positional need they needed. Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, Sharif the tackle from, I believe, Washington.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
And
goodness.
They got Fourier from Atlanta.
Unbelievable.
$45 million.
Unbelievable. They spent all their money. And my question to you, Jeff, is am I being too much here when I say Jacksonville better win 6 to 7 games next year, minimum?
Absolutely.
And they better look like a competent team. And look, they did hire Doug Peterson. And when you have a guy like that, he's been around the league, Super Bowl champion, may I add.
Wants to win.
Yes, he wants to win, but he kind of knows he doesn't need a superstar roster. Look at the Philly team. Who was the superstar there?
Yeah.
I mean, you had Brandon Graham at the time as an edge rusher that was pretty damn good, but Michigan man himself. Outside of that, who was it? It was Nick Foles on a magical run.
They were winning, yeah.
And it was this RPO offense. Is he going to implement that with Travis Etienne and Trevor Lawrence? Okay, you have my attention now.
Mm-hmm.
But Jacksonville, that's got to turn into winning. You can't build a quote-unquote culture without winning. If you're a 3-win football team this year, your fan base is going to be questioning your GM right now. So
Absolutely.
am I a bit off here? Or
I think it's a mix between maybe Trent Baalke going all in, especially because they have the number 1 pick this year. They had it last year, and they're telling at least Doug Peterson, we don't want to get back here again. So they're gonna spend a lot of money. And anytime you spend money like this in free agency and you require, they got Zay Jones, $24 million contract. Christian Kirk, $72 million contract. They signed Evan Ingram 1-year deal. They signed some offensive linemen. They franchise tagged Cam Robinson, their tackle, which signals us something else. But they also signed Fourier from Atlanta. Like, they went all in. When you do something like that, it tells not only your players but everybody in that building, you want to win some games this year. So, yes, Adam, absolutely 6 to 7 wins is expected, should happen, considering, who's coming in there as head coach. It's a guy who's won before, and Trevor Lawrence is now in his 2nd year. You can't lead the league in interceptions again. You can't. So they're expecting success, Adam. I think 7 wins would be fair for them. They don't want to be back in the number 1 pick. That would be an extreme disappointment, and that could honestly lose Trent Baalke's job. So they know where they stand. They're buying all in this year to hopefully win 7 to 9 games, somewhere in that ballpark. So, and it's doable in that division.
All right, Mitchell Trubisky signs with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I want to get a little later on in the show how that affects possibly the Detroit Lions trading back at number 2 now that the quarterback market is a bit more saturated. But what do you make of the move to Pittsburgh? Is it a good move? My initial thoughts, actually, it's not the worst move. I feel like Mitchell Trubisky is not an awful quarterback. I think he's average. I think you can win football games with him. But if I'm Pittsburgh, I've got Najee Harris, and then what? I don't have an offensive line. Yes, I have a mobile quarterback now, so maybe he'll make my line look a little better than what it really is.
Yep, got some
but
pieces on defense.
Juju Smith-Schuster is a free agent. James Washington and Chase Claypool. Look, at Pittsburgh, they do have a young tight end who I do like, Freiermuth. But
Pat.
what do you do in Pittsburgh? You drafting a quarterback this year? Next year? I think you have to start looking at it.
Absolutely. I think signing Mitchell Trubisky still puts them in the equation for a quarterback. They can draft. Let's say they do like Malik Willis. You don't have to start him. You have Mitchell Trubisky, so they can still go that route and take whoever they want at 20, but still stand pat. And they could stay with him, bench him, and play him year 2, year 3. What is Mitch Trubisky's on a 2-year deal, so that gives them time, and it gives them, Pittsburgh has never had a losing season, so they want to, at least Mike Tomlin, so they don't want to go into this season with a rookie quarterback like Malik Willis and say, win us some games. They want Mitchell there. They want stability there, and eventually, maybe a guy like Malik Willis does take over in Pittsburgh, but until then, I like it. I mean, this is stability. I know the Colts are interested in him. Mitchell has a market. I mean, Baker, as bad as Baker is, everybody has a market. It just depends what you're worth. Mitchell found what he's worth in Pittsburgh, so it worked out for him. I think it's a good signing.
Good deal for them. I have no issue with it.
Yeah.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
They might have won.
What the hell? The AFC West may be the most difficult, I mean, top
Toughest
to
division.
bottom division, I think, in NFL history at the moment. And I don't think I'm being dramatic this morning.
You're not.
They re-signed Mike Williams. They go after J.C. Jackson. They trade for Khalil Mack. They intend on signing Sebastian something Day from Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Rams. They're all in. And if you're Brandon Staley, sorry, I love the guy. Love how aggressive he is. No excuses. You're our defensive coach. If your defense is not improving next year with that talent, we need to have a whole different conversation.
Absolutely.
I don't care how well you speak at the podium. We talk about setting a culture, right? Mm-hmm. They were a 9-8 football team. Okay, not a horrible first year, but you have Justin Herbert. People kind of expect more. Year 2, I better see 11, 12 wins minimum. I know it's a tough division. But God damn it, you got to be at least 3-3 in that division. With that defense, that offense, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, no excuses for Los Angeles.
No,
Los Angeles.
And I honestly respect what they did because they saw Russell Wilson enter their division. They know they have Patrick Mahomes. Derek Carr is no slouch, respectable quarterback. They went out and win all defense. And they have Justin Herbert behind center, a guy who's thrown 30-plus touchdowns in each of his 2 seasons. So I have confidence in the Chargers at least. And you're right, it does put a lot of pressure on Brandon Staley because there's no excuses. You have Joey Bosa, you have Khalil Mack, you have arguably the best corner in football, J.C. Jackson, in terms of production. So I don't know what the excuse is. And at least this year, you're going to have Eckler. You got Mike Williams back. You got Keenan Allen. This should be a 10-win football team. No doubt about it. At least 10 wins. So it's going to be interesting to see how that AFC West holds up. A lot of guys in there that can win the division. I mean, you could pick the Broncos. You could pick the Chiefs. You even go with Chargers. They all are talented teams. So you're absolutely right, Adam. Toughest division possibly in the history of football in terms of both sides of the ball. It's ridiculous.
It's truly unbelievable. I've never seen a division where you look at the quarterbacks on every team. All right, check. Head coaches on every team. Yeah, some rookie head coaches, but you know what? You're feeling good about the situations they have. Nathaniel Hackett in Denver. Okay, I don't mind it. Mm-hmm. Andy Reid, Kansas City. The Vegas Raiders got Josh McDaniels. You're going to see how that works out, but you know what? You're feeling good, offensively driven.
Yeah, they re-signed Max
And then, of course, Brandon Staley. All have quarterbacks. All have offensive weapons. All have pretty decent defensive weapons. I mean, this division is unbelievable. Unbelievable top to bottom. Who's the favorite?
Dang. Who's the favorite? That's
It's
tough.
difficult, man.
Because
it is.
I almost want to give – I like Russell Wilson in Denver, but I don't want to give him that already. Honestly, I like the Chargers. I really do.
I think it has to be the Chargers. I think you're
best team
spot
on
on.
both sides of the ball, and I like Herbert, man. Like that, he's going to be a stud, or he is a stud. So give me the Chargers, even though the Chiefs are always going to float around. But in terms of winning the division, it's about due for the Chargers. They're a damn good football team.
All right.
Now.
Well, let's go to one more team.
Okay.
All right. The Chiefs sign Justin Reed, which means Tyrann Mathieu likely isn't going back to the football team. Is that a possible target for the Detroit Lions, or is it Marcus Williams? Not that they've only spent $10 million guaranteed on DJ Chark. It's actually a $12 million deal. Mm-hmm. Are the Lions in the market for a safety still?
Listen, well, I like Marcus Williams, but I have to think logically here. And I don't want the Lions to be tied up in any safety right now. I like Tracy Walker's deal. Very team-friendly. It was a great deal. You can still go and draft one. Like, you don't have to pay Marcus Williams or a Tyrann Mathieu, $15 to $17 million, whatever the asking price is for the next couple of years. I just don't want to lock that money up into a safety, especially now. The Lions what are we projecting to win? 6 to 9 games next year? Maybe that's 6 to 8. You're signing a Tyrann Mathieu or a Marcus Williams. Expectations do change. Your team, there's holes that there needs to be filled on this team. And yes, Marcus Williams, Tyrann Mathieu fills that hole. But again, like I'm shying away from paying a safety, at least right now, that much money. You re-sign Tracy. You can go and draft a Lewis Cine, a Traquan Brisker, hell, even a Daxton Hill, and they'd be on a rookie deal. And you'd be way better off right now in this rebuild than going out and dumping money on a Marcus Williams or dumping money at Tyrann Mathieu. Even though I love both those players, I just don't think it's realistic for where the Lions are right now. And maybe that'll change in a year or two. But again, right now, guys, it's tough for me to argue 15-60. You're paying Jared Goff right now anyway, so there's a lot going on with the salary cap. So
I don't mind it at all. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, the Lions possibly looking to make a move at Marcus Williams. They've now made a move on DJ Chark, which eliminates Allen Robinson from that conversation. So possible Detroit Lions free agent targets. We'll go and get to that next. But before we do, we need to go and tell you about Guardian Alarm. Jeff?
Ooh, we're talking about defenses in that AFC West. What about Guardian Alarm? Because Guardian Alarm gets it. Good defense on and off the field helps you feel secure. And Guardian Alarm also has state-of-the-art technology that helps you feel safe, all with 24/7 local monitoring. Guardian Alarm also has convenient features that lets you check in on your home, control lights and temperatures, even detect smoke or carbon monoxide. It will even let you lock and unlock doors. Call 800-STAY-OUT today. You heard Fish. He's kind of distant today, but that's 800-STAY-OUT. Guardian Alarm has been trusted for over 90 years at keeping families safe.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Think you're a big shot?
Oh, excuse me! It goes down!
Think you can make the big shot?
Washington fires. That hits!
Woodward Sports wants to send you to the finals for college basketball April 2nd through the 4th in New Orleans. That's right, you and a friend in the Big Easy. We'll take care of the airfare, hotel, and tickets to see the finals for college basketball. Listen Monday through Friday to the Morning Woodward Show. Big D Energy. And the bottom line for your chance to qualify. If you can make the big shots, you and a friend are getting out of the cold and to New Orleans.
Got it!
Keep listening and watching for your next chance to win. Powered by Planet Fitness, Centron, and the Sports Marketing Agency.
And it's over! Anything can happen in March!
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network, also featured on The Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. Guys, I don't know what to do with my hands over here. I'm so used to having a microphone. I'm like, what is this?
I think it's way more convenient.
You're used to it, though. Every day I sit over here like this.
Well, it's not the end of the world for you, Maddie. I mean, come on. This is like first world problems.
I have more hands to drink my coffee.
Oh, my God. That's a good point, honestly. I can't survive without coffee. But, Jeff, let's get into it. Lions make a move on DJ Chark. Mm-hmm. Are they going to pursue Marcus Williams?
And you heard Alex Anzalone talk about it. They re-signed Alex Anzalone. He said, I'm going to do my best to recruit Marcus Williams, get him over here to the Saints. He's obviously familiar with Aaron Glenn. So there's the familiarity there. But that's still, like, from a realistic perspective, like if you're a Lions fan and you're looking at what they're doing in free agency this year, I like the DJ Chark deal. I like the Tracy Walker deal. I like Alex Anzalone. I like all the deals they were able to get done. But you know why I like them? Because they were friendly deals. They weren't. You didn't overpay for anybody. Going out and signing a Marcus Williams is probably going to cost you anywhere from $15 to $17 million a year. Like that's the market for Marcus Williams. Maybe he doesn't get that. Maybe it goes down a little bit, but that's what he's asking for. So again, if you want to commit that money to a safety right now, when you're not ready to win yet, you're going to win 7 to 8 games, but still, I mean, you're not going to contend for the division at least this season. So, no, I wouldn't go out and spend all that money on a safety. But again, I'm not making the decisions. I can only react to them. But
let's say you get the safety. Well, how does that affect your draft positioning?
You don't take a safety.
Well, are you drafting or are you looking to trade back at 32 and 34 because now you've addressed the safety position? Mm-hmm. And you've already addressed the wide receiver position. And I don't expect Detroit to spend a first or second round pick on a wide receiver anymore. Okay, with that new information, that means you take an edge rusher at 2, you likely take one at 34, and then you're done for the day. Linebacker, Christian Harris maybe? You trade 32 back to 42, 48. You get another third or second, who knows?
Right.
What's the move? What's the move, Detroit? That's if you get Marcus Williams. But if you don't, well, to me, Jeff, what it looks like in whatever order it is, I don't care. I'm just going to tell you the 3 positions, or at least what I think the first 3 picks will be.
Okay.
No given order. If they don't pursue Marcus Williams, it'll be an edge, it'll be a safety,
yep,
and it'll be a second edge or a linebacker. Those are the 3 positions I expect this football team to pursue in the draft. If they go after a Marcus Williams, well, are you trading back and getting more draft capital?
Probably.
For me, the issue I have with the Marcus Williams deal is that is a lot of money. And you know what? He's probably a damn good player. He really is. And you know what? He's young. He's entering his prime. You're paying him, what, $17.5 million reported. Okay. It's a lot of money for a safety.
A lot of money.
And when we talk about the safety position is essentially useless unless you have a pass rush. Okay. Well, I want to take an edge rusher at 2, but it looks like Jacksonville's going after Aidan Hutchinson. So, Detroit, you have many options. You have Trayvon Walker available. You're going to have Kayvon Thibodeau available. Who are you taking at number 2? If you're not and you're trading back, believe me, I think everybody in Detroit wants to trade back this morning. But I don't know if that's a possibility for you, Detroit, right now.
Right.
And if it isn't, well, you're committed all in on an end at number 2. And in that 32, you're going to have your option, likely, of a Luis Sign, of a Jaquan Brisker, likely available at 32 and 34.
Yeah.
And there's your secondary safety help.
And what are you paying him? Like, that's the difference.
Nothing.
And I love Marcus Williams. This doesn't take anything away from him, as I get it, the leadership, the playmaking ability. Not going to argue with you there. I'm just having a problem with the price tag this early in the rebuild. I get it. You're going to have to pay guys like this, but winning teams go out and spend those kinds of money on safeties. Because right now the Lions don't even have a pass rush, so why are we paying a safety $15 to $17 million a year if he's not getting any help up front? I mean, yes, we're going to have a Kayvon or a Trayvon Walker, but it's tough. And I'm going to avoid it right now, but again, Brad Holmes knows more than I do, and maybe they do end up recruiting him for a deal that might be more friendly. But still, he wants to get paid. He's 25 years old, and can you blame him? Like, no, you don't. So it's going to be interesting to see what his market is. But again, I just don't see the Lions. They're going to might try and make a run for him, but again, I just don't see it happening at him.
Jack does not like the Chark signing. Chark had 960 yards in his career. Why did a guy like that get so much money with such low production?
Wait.
Chark is young, okay, number 1. Number two, I think he's going off of his career high, maybe.
No, he had over 1,000 like a year.
I think it was year 2 he had over 1,000 yards. But regardless of the point, you're getting a guy that's been in the league, 4 years, Jeff?
Yep.
Coming off a serious injury. You're getting him at a 1-year contract. It's a prove-it deal. If he excels and he gives you 1,200 yards and he walks away for a big contract deal, you're not upset.
No.
You just got 1,200 yards of production out of a wide receiver you signed for 1 year. It's a great deal for the Detroit Lions. I really have no issue with it. So I don't think you should be looking at money. But now when I evaluate your first 4 picks at 232, 34, 66, priority is defense.
Yeah.
The priority is defense, and it's looking to me like it's going to be edge, safety, linebacker, edge. No given order, but that's what you're going to pursue. Depth on the defensive line, especially at the edge. Mm-hmm. You're going to go for another safety, likely because you're going to have 2 quality safeties fall to you at 32 and 34. That is the truth. There's likely going to be a safety on the board that you are going to love at 32 or 34. I cannot say the same about the edge rushers. Teams are willing to reach on edge rushers. So, Boy Mafe, right? The guy you love.
Yes.
Every simulator has him going early second round. How do we not know he's not going to go in the first? It's an edge rusher.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
And we brought up Trayvon Walker, last week?
Yes.
Possible selection at number 2.
I like him.
Is it Trayvon Walker over Kayvon Thibodeau this morning after the signings?
That's where I struggle. Is the only guy I was willing to put my neck out there for is Aidan Hutchinson. And that's the guy that I would believe take him over Trayvon and Kayvon Thibodeau. But if you're going to tell me Trayvon or Kayvon Thibodeau, then I think it's a toss-up, honestly. Yes, you might argue in terms of mentality, Kayvon kind of slightly under Trayvon, because Trayvon obviously played in a lot of big games and he was there. He didn't take a lot of plays off. But again, it's hard to evaluate anybody on that Georgia defense because of how much talent was around them. Honestly, Adam, I wouldn't have a problem with either one. I'm not going to pick one or the other because at this point, Kayvon has been widely regarded as the number one pick for a while, but Trayvon's sliding up boards right now, so wouldn't have an issue with either one. But
are we going to revisit? So when GMs make selections, right? You try to make a decision when I'm looking at a player, right? People question his motor, right? Yeah. His heart, his ability to play consistently on the field. Are we making a big deal about that with Kayvon Thibodeau?
Probably.
Are we overreacting a little bit?
Yeah.
Because this guy clearly has a high ceiling, a high upside. Mm-hmm. But I think teams are concerned with what his floor looks like.
And I think what left a bad taste in a lot of teams' mouth is when he went to the combine, wanted to do everything, nailed the first 2 drills, and was like, all right, I'm done for the day. I think that a lot of people were disappointed because I get it. Like, he knows what he is. He knows he's a top 2, 3 pick. But again, like, it's just not a good look. So I agree. I actually disagree or agree with what you're saying, Adam. It's not going to matter too much. If you can play football, you can play football. That's what we're concerned with.
Funky in the chat has a great question. Do you think 10 edge rushers go in the first 31 picks? Because there is at least 10 edge guys this year that look like they can get the job done. You know what? I think 10. I think 10 is impossible. 10 would be a record. That would be an insane amount of edge rushers taken. But what I will tell you is, when I'm looking at the number 2 overall pick, outside of Trayvon Walker, am I taking Kayvon Thibodeau? I don't think so.
Who would you?
Hell, I'd prefer Devin Lloyd over him, but the problem is not at 2. So the Lions are in this awkward position now where the quarterback market's it's getting filled up, dude. Jimmy G is still available on the market. Mm-hmm. Nobody in their right mind would trade up to the number 2 pick this year. I don't see it happening. I don't expect it to happen. Who knows? Maybe Seattle go out on a rave and they come back high as hell and they decide to trade up to the number 2 pick. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
That's it.
It's the only way it's going to happen. So I think 5 or 6, maybe even 7 edge rushers I could go with. But I don't think 10 in the first round.
I can name, you can go off. You could probably rattle off.
You still have the
6
receivers that are going to go in the first round. You still have offensive linemen that are going to go in the first round.
Who's going to reach for a quarterback? That's another thing. You could have 2 or 3
You have
quarterbacks.
2 to 3 quarterbacks minimum will go in the first round. I truly believe that. So now we're talking about interior linemen also, Jordan Davis, Marvin Leal. We have edge rushers on top of that. Like, that's where those safeties, Kyle Hamilton might go there. Yeah, Ahmad Gardner might go top 10, top 12. But slowly but surely, the Jaquan Briskers of the world, the Lewis Signs of the world, they're going to fall to you. Yeah. And I'm the Detroit Lions. I'm feeling really good about this draft class. I'm feeling really good at the prospects I'll be able to select from at 32 and 34. And if there's a team willing to pay a nice price to get that 5th-year option in the first round at number 32,
then you're comfortable.
And I'm going back to the second round, I have no problem with that. Again, the Chark signing offers everything that we've been talking about the last week, stability. I don't have to force my hand in the draft with a wide receiver. Now, Jeff, does that mean at 34, I'm sitting on the board and there is a wide receiver that going into the draft I loved, but I did not expect to be on the board, and he's there at 34, I have to consider him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have no issue with them taking him. But now it offers the flexibility and comfort of, hey, I don't have to touch a wide receiver until day 3 maybe.
Yeah. You don't have money tied up.
Have zero money. It's a $12 million deal, 10 of it guaranteed. God, Brad Holmes, again, this is why Detroit Lions fans are bought into the project. More so because of just Brad Holmes, really.
Absolutely.
I mean, he has showcased now, this is the 2nd consecutive offseason. You have seen moves. Be honest with me, Detroit. Have you ever seen this in your lifetime, Jeff? Have you ever seen deals like this? Prove-it deals that weren't like on a washed-up player. It was a prove-it deal on a young guy coming off an injury, but he fit the mold of your team, right? You needed a big-body wide receiver? Well, here he is, Detroit. Mm-hmm. Now we're not tied to him to a long-term deal, which is good for us. We still have money to save. And on top of that, oh, wait, I forgot we have a ton of draft capital. When's the last time that happened for Detroit? My God. Detroit are in a really good position, Jeff.
Yeah, I've never heard in a very long time. Had at least a general manager that doesn't tie up money or doesn't rush to tie up money. He's taking his time, and I love it. I love it. You're not signing a Trey Flowers for $50, $60 million. You're taking your time, and I love it. Prove it deals and re-signing guys that you love that are already a part of your football team. So
Detroit Lions fans, I want to know, would you rather be a Detroit Lions fan this morning or a Jacksonville Jaguar fan this morning? I think the answer is pretty clear. You would much rather be a Lions fan even without the franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Because Trent Balake over there decided it was a great freaking idea to spend $700 million in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And why everybody in the world got signed to Jacksonville except me, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, you're not the Virgin Mary, so.
I don't know. I feel like they could have afforded me, Maddie. Truly believe it.
I think you're pretty expensive.
I would have taken a 3-year, $12 million deal, 6 guaranteed. I would have proven it.
You think they want you for 3 years?
He can play special teams.
Look, I'd be a good water boy.
Special teams.
I would be a great water boy.
Adam would be out there running on special teams.
I would not run on special teams. I would not. That is a car accident waiting to happen. Get the hell out of here.
I love it, man.
Get the hell out of here. Oh, my God. But seriously, why I bring that up, and I'm not trying to throw shade at Jacksonville fans right now, but the point is, when you do all that, we haven't seen a team spend all that money since New England did with Hunter Henry.
I was just going to bring that up, too.
But it's New England.
Yeah, that's the
right.
It's New England.
They can win with those guys.
I swear to you, if the Detroit Lions just did what the Jacksonville Jaguars did, and they got Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, all these players.
Jeff's face.
I swear to God, I might be down at Ford Field lighting the building on fire. I'm not joking.
No, we have a mob down there, Adam.
There would be a mob 100%. And just because you have the franchise guy and you want to showcase him and you want him to develop, it's a hell of a risk.
Doesn't say
a lot of money involved.
It
doesn't mean it will. Absolutely doesn't mean it will.
Him and his Subway commercials can chill out over there.
Does he get Subway commercials?
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen him in a Subway commercial.
His hair blows in the wind. It's a whole thing.
Well, I don't watch TV, so that's probably why. Honestly, I never see commercials. But anyways, back to the show. We have a few minutes. I want to wrap up on the Detroit Lions DJ Chark with this. Now that he's officially on the books, do we expect them to go after Marcus Williams? We've already discussed earlier. Okay, we'll have to wait and see, but I think there's one move the Lions could make before the draft that would offer just as much value, if not even more. And that would be if they're able to trade out of the first round with one of their picks. Not both, just one. I doubt it's the number 2 pick. But when I look at this team now, they're not committed. See, DJ Chark on this team now, Jeff, what it offers Brad Holmes during the draft in the war room is he gets to sit there at 32, let's say, because I don't think 2 is available to be traded anyways.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So you're sitting there at 32 and you're Brad Holmes and you're looking at the board and you have a selection of players you like, players you don't like, players you love. And if one of those players you love falls to 32, well, that pick just became more valuable to you. And it's going to take a lot more for you to trade out of that position. Or you don't trade it and you walk away with a player you love. The Lions really are in a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
Going into the draft. And the DJ Chark move is the cherry on top for it, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. That's why I love, the idea of looking for a safety at least at 32 or 34, because there's going to be one of these guys at 32 or 34. There's the one pick in between. So I'm not worried about it. You get the 5th-year option. If you're able to get a guy like Jaquan Brisker or even a Lewis Sane, it does not matter to me. I know there's Petrie. He's sliding up a lot of boards as well. I'll be good with it. And that's what makes me feel so good, is you can actually sit here and say, I trust Brad Holmes. And that's very new, at least in my eyes. So I'm good either way. You get the 5th-year option. Even if they don't trade out, you're right, a win-win scenario either way, because you got your pick. All the cream of the crop. You got anybody. You got Jaquan, you got Seen, you got Dexton Hill, possibly you got anybody. So I'm good with it. And I'm very comfortable where the Lions stand, even if they don't trade out of the first round. I'm very comfortable.
Absolutely. Maddie, we need to go to break. When we get back, the Red Wings play tonight. The Pistons play tonight. A lot of Detroit sports to talk. My goodness, the Lions free agency just took over the whole first, 45 minutes of the show? I love it.
Sounds about right. Well, we do have to go to break, but before we go, Could you please tell us about our friends at Lady Jane's?
Yes, well, guys, as you know, we are not there currently, but as we are usually, we're at Lady Jane's, headquarters in Birmingham, and it is the best place for you or anybody you know to just come in and get their hair taken care of for one of their talented stylists. That's why I recommend you get to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and let them treat you like a king, too. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You walk in anytime, relax, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair is game ready. Get to Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. We wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risk, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
Woodward Sports. Missed part of the show today? Watch again on YouTube or download the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts.
It's tournament time, and we want to put $1,000 in your hand. Woodward Sports and Papa Romano's want to see who can pick the best bracket in Detroit. It's Woodward Sports' Best Bracket Challenge. Grand prize winner gets $1,000. Second prize, a pair of Yeezys. Third place, a pizza party from Papa Romano's. It's easy and free to enter. Just go to woodwardsports.com and fill out your Best Bracket Challenge today. Then you can keep track all tournament long of your results. Compete with family, friends. Compete with me. I'm already signed up. You're not beating me, I'll tell you that. How about this? I bet you any money you can't beat me in this Best Bracket Challenge. I'm going to be walking around in Yeezys, or I'm going to get the $1,000. That's how confident I am. That's how confident I am. But it's all powered by Papa Romano's. Can't thank them enough. Let's get into it. The Detroit Red Wings, the Edmonton Oilers. Tonight, the Red Wings, honestly, Jeff, I really want to be excited to talk about the Red Wings, but
I know.
They've lost the last 5 games, so it's a little
they're
hard.
giving up like 77 goals a game right now. It's pretty rough.
And that's the rough
It's pretty
part.
rough in Detroit.
They've won 2 out of the last 10 games. And you know how many goals they've given up in that 12-game or 10-game stretch?
7,036.
Close.
17.
Close. No, over 50 goals during that 10-game stretch.
I know it's bad.
Average, about 5 goals a game, so it starts on the defensive side, definitely.
They've given up 50 goals in the last 10
games.
games.
Yeah, over 50.
It's insane. It really
crazy.
is insane.
Yeah, it's unreal. But more importantly, we have to understand, I think you already understand this, and I'm slowly starting to understand this. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, especially with this team, because we've been so, we've been treated with such great a display of hockey with these guys, especially, lately, no. They've been losing a lot of games, but even before then, we've always known they've struggled in the goaltending department. That's the clear as day. But again, you have Mo Seider, Lucas Raymond, 2 guys that I think right now are tied with Zegras for plus 200, plus 250 for the Calder Trophy. So it's close. And you could blame Jeff Blashill all you want if you choose for the last 10 games. But again, Yzerman has a plan, and that's the big picture for me. We're starting to kind of see it unfold. And even despite the losing, you can kind of see the direction, because in a couple years, this is not going to be the same team. That's what people need to understand. Like this, you might have a rough year, at least this year. In my opinion, they won more games early on than they should have. So take it how you want, but I'm excited for tonight. They might lose again tonight, Adam, but
yeah, I'm not excited. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are coming.
Put on a show.
It's going to be really bad. It's going to be really bad. Both could get a hat trick tonight. Both could get a hat trick.
Is it on the road as well in Edmonton?
Detroit's on the road. Yeah, it's going to be a rough night for Detroit. I'm really concerned. Jeff, they've been playing some of, if not the worst hockey in literally the entire league. It's been bad.
It's bad.
It's been really bad, and I think what's more concerning is Jeff Blashill does not know how to stop the bleeding. Like, when the team's playing well, everyone's feeling good, right? The team is developing. Well, where's the head coach in the last 10 games to stop the bleeding?
Do you think Yzerman's just letting it happen so we can get rid of him?
I think Yzerman's already getting rid of him, whether it's this year or next year. I don't think that's the issue. They're gonna get rid of him.
Well, yeah.
He is not the guy to take this team to multiple Stanley Cup finals, deep runs into the Stanley Cup playoffs. I don't see that happening. So.
Yeah. And we've talked about that
a
long time ago.
I just think we all agree Blashill isn't the guy, and
Yeah.
I don't want to smoke him right now because the team is actually playing really bad. But Jesus Christ, dude,
Gotta get some of it.
where's the pride? Where's the ability? You know what? We're not going to give up many goals tonight. And look, your goaltenders have zero confidence right now.
Absolutely.
Zero. I mean, we have goals being allowed in that just make hell. We're scoring goals on ourselves. That's how F this Detroit Red Wings team is right now.
He started off so good, too.
Oh, yeah, they started off 24, 24,
And Dalkovich
6.
was so good.
Well,
when
he's
we first
still like
started.
top of all the rookie statistics as for a goaltender. But
And you know what I think doesn't benefit him a lot is when he gets pulled and Grice goes in, and then Grice gets pulled and he goes back in. Like it's like
yeah,
you're,
that
I don't
was
like
some
that at all.
sketchy. That was some sketchy coaching decision.
like talk
Again,
about confidence, like
Right?
It's
you want to build confidence. It's a young team. Look, I think Blashill's done a decent job all year up until the last 10, 12 games. It's been really bad. You can't allow 73.7 goals per game. That's too much. That's too much.
it's impossible to win like that.
I'm just reading
Literally.
the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm just reading the numbers. They could be wrong, but I'm just reading.
Who gave me the sheet?
Who gave me the sheet?
No, it's impossible. So if you're giving up 5-6 goals a game, like
I can't help you.
you
I can't help
like,
you. God,
Yeah.
win.
God help the Detroit Red Wings tonight. We'll hear what Darren McCarty has to say at 11 o'clock during Big D Energy.
That's going to be good.
But let's move
Yes.
on. Another team plays tonight. Another team I don't expect to give up 77 goals a game. I guess it's a different sport, so we'll say 270 points a game, which is the Detroit Pistons. That's the only comp I can give you right there.
And I think we might have a rough night for both teams.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
like
so.
the
And
best
listen,
versus the worst
and let
in
me,
the
and let me
East.
say this. And let me pitch my case for the Pistons. This is kind of where, in my opinion, where the honeymoon phase kind of ends a little bit. And just tonight. Because they're going on the road to Miami, a team that has won a lot of games this year. And the Pistons have been playing such good basketball since the All-Star break. Unselfish basketball. That's really all you can ask. But again, like we talk about narrative all the time with football, you could talk about it in basketball. Miami Heat are coming off a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, which, you know, talk about them all you want. They're not that good. So Miami Heat's going to be motivated. They're going to try and defend their home court. And a typical game for Cade in this situation, you're going on the road to Miami. This is a tough game for any rookie to go to Miami and play against that disciplined, well-coached team. So, but Cade's different. I mean, the maturity level is different. So it's going to be interesting to see the poise from the guys and see how they react. But again, they're probably going to miss Isaiah Stewart as well tonight because they have Marvin Bagley out there. And I love Marvin Bagley, but again, like, Miami's a tough team.
They got Bam Adebayo, so it's
Yeah.
going to be a tough matchup for the interior men tonight.
Yeah.
Walk me through Cade Cunningham's last week and a half. Hell, I could argue last month, where he's been really one of, if not the best basketball players, at least in the Eastern Conference.
Absolutely.
What is he averaging? 23, 7, and 8, 44% shooting, 31% from the 33% from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So ever since he won Rising Stars MVP, and then the stretch after that of the season, he's been unbelievable. And I think what people have to understand is Evan Mobley I think it was yesterday, had 30 points. Congratulations, Evan. That's great. But that was his first 30-point game of the entire season. Like, Cade has been out there putting in work. And not only that, Cade has, if you look at all the rookies, and not only that, players. Do you know two guys that get double-teamed just as much as Cade? LeBron James and Steph Curry. Think about that.
Preach.
Think about that for a second.
Preach.
So it doesn't make sense that people can look at Cade and discredit him for maybe the efficiency or the team's record. Open up your eyes and look at his surrounding cast.
Yeah, you're asking a lot from people.
True.
Whoa.
True. Oh, okay.
Don't tell people to use their brain.
Yeah, that don't
to look at something.
It can't happen.
You're crossing the line here. Like, we may be pulled down from YouTube because of that. You got to be very careful with what you say.
It's ridiculous, man. He's been playing absolutely incredible. So
yeah, I think the narrative. I think I'm tired of it. I'm tired of defending Cade. What the hell else do you need to see? I don't know what to tell you. Evan Mobley finally had a breakout game, in theory. 30 points last night. Congratulations.
Good for him,
Cade's been doing it. Like, I don't know. I don't want to go through a whole segment of comparing rookies.
Right, because they're all going to be great.
They're all good. They're all very good.
Right.
But there's just one that deals with a higher degree of difficulty, that has more responsibility, that is doing more for his team than any of the rookies are doing. Mm-hmm. And I have to somehow sit up here every morning and talk about Cade Cunningham as the Rookie of the Year, and nobody believes it.
As if nobody else sees what he's doing. Like, we have to, like, break the news to the world about how good Cade Cunningham is. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. And
it's like a Matthew Stafford narrative all over again.
It is. And we could talk about the market, and I get it. the Cavaliers. Cleveland isn't any better. I mean, we've had this discussion with Fish a lot, so I get it, and he's getting the attention in Cleveland, but it's all about winning. And I hate that the Rookie of the Year award is a team record award. Like, I look at it as an individual award, and I don't know how you can convince me that Cade is not the Rookie of the Year. But, Adam, I've slightly moved on from it. I've thought to myself, and it's a great point, that the Rookie of the Year winner isn't always the guy that, ends up going into the Hall of Fame or has a great career. Partially it is, but Cade's going to be fine no matter what. I'm not worried about winning Rookie of the Year. I just think it's BS that people actually have to have that disrespect or put him third on the ballot like a month ago they did. So it's going to be interesting. We'll see where they ends up at the end of the season.
Again, I do my best to not be as biased as possible. I really try to look at things fairly. But excuse me, Scotty Barnes, Giddey, there's nobody in the league, especially Jalen Green. There's nobody in the league, at least rookie-wise, playing to the level he is in the backcourt. Nobody. Okay, fine. Now we add an Evan Mobley to the conversation. Okay, very good rookie. Playing on a very good team who have a top 4 or 5 seed in the Eastern Conference right now. The Pistons are vying for a lottery pick. He plays with Killian Hayes, who's injured right now. Oh, excuse me. He plays with Corey Joseph for 30 minutes at a time a night.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Look around the league. Look at the backcourts these guys have. Can we argue Cade as the worst backcourt? Josh Giddey, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Green. He had Kevin Porter Jr. for a while. He's respectable. Evan Mobley. You got Darius Garland, who's a damn all-star. Scotty Barnes. You have Fred VanVleet. Who does Cade have? Corey Joseph. Corey, mother effing Joseph. And I love Corey. But again, that's why we bring up how much Cade gets double-teamed. The attention is on him because he's the only damn ball handler out there, especially with Killian being injured. So how ironic is that? He has the least amount of help in terms of having other ball handlers, and he's still playing well. So it's all you can ask for, man. It's been impressive to watch him this rookie season, honestly. Pistons got a stud. Guy who's probably going to be a future MVP candidate, might I add. He makes that much of an impact on the court. It's crazy.
Absolutely. All right, well, top of the hour coming up shortly. I'm excited. You know what's coming up, guys. It is recapping the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
So far, free agent spending, along with their re-signings. We have to go into maybe the non-sexy players, C.J. Moore, Alex Anzalone. We'll get to all those players next. But before we do, Maddie, I have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
Pick or choose, all right? A rookie, a rookie to start your basketball team with. Cade Cunningham or Evan Mobley?
Cade Cunningham, 1,000%.
All right, see.
It's not even a question.
See, I didn't even prep her for that.
No, I respect it.
It was random.
We've been talking about this.
I respect that.
Come on. Like, guys, if Maddie says it's Cade Cunningham, goddamn it, you shut the hell up and listen. But, Maddie, we need to go to break. When we get back, more Detroit Lions talk. I'm excited.
Yes, before we go, though, Jeff, even though we're not at Lady Jane's studio, he's still drinking his Cintron. Can you please tell us about our friends?
Yes, I can. Because Cintron, guys, you see the brand. I got the original flavor, arguably the best flavor. That's why I need to try it. Cintron World Aspirational Lifestyle Beverage Blend. They have a line of sparkling, flavored energy beverages, premium bottled water, and revitalizer shots. That's why Cintron is the official energy drink of the Red Wings. Proud partners with the Detroit Pistons and exclusively served at Little Caesars Arena, which is home to Rookie of the Year. If you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste, Cintron is your top choice. Buy online at CintronWorld.com. Use the promo code RedWings10. Save 10% with shipping included. Remember, drink it, live it with Cintron.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Oh, my God. Guys, I'm sorry. You know why I'm just lost right now? Because I'm looking at these wings on my computer, all right? I had to look up Wing Snob, and that's what I'm getting later. And this is what you should get later because Wing Snob has the fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken. Wing Snob has the best traditional wings. They try it out. You could try it. Any flavor you so choose. Jamaican Jamaican jerk, or lemon pepper. Wings are tossed to perfection in any sauce you pick. So when the wings are this good, you're allowed to be a snob. So please, order online at wingsnob.com. Wingsnob, we just have better wings. Now I'm hungry. Now I'm getting wings. All right.
Wingstop is so good, too.
Oh, my God.
They've got these Cajun wings. It's like a dry rub.
Tell me more.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Even if it's 9 a.m.
It's 9 in the morning. I swear to God, I'm not hungry right now, and you guys are making me hungry.
I can eat chicken wings at any time.
How?
I don't care. What do you mean,
I'm
how?
hungry now.
He goes, how?
You guys are so... You guys are selfish as hell, honestly. You guys are so selfish. I'm sitting here now. It's 9 o'clock. I'm thinking about honey barbecue wings.
Oh.
What the hell are you doing to me?
With the ranch. Oof.
They have homemade ranch at Wingsnob, too.
No way. Yo, Fish, get the hell up.
Fish. All right.
Oh, man. All right, so the Lions signed DJ Chark, one-year prove-it deal. They re-signed Tracy Walker, Alex Anzalone, CJ Moore. Jeff, give me a grade on Brad Holmes' offseason so far. Walk me through all the signings. They obviously had Josh Reynolds earlier on, 2-3 weeks ago.
Yes.
So walk me through so far the signings, your make of it, and give me a grade for Brad Holmes so far.
So I'm grading Brad Holmes on what really I expected them to do, and that was bring back who they needed to bring back and not go out and overpay for anybody. So I give him an A. He did exactly what I thought he would do. You re-signed Josh Reynolds, somebody that needed to get signed. Team-friendly deal, $12 million. You re-signed Tim Boyle, $2 million deal. I mean, guys, we all remember Chase Daniel's contract. This makes us a relief, very relief. Now, Evan Brown, good depth, especially a guy who started a lot of games last year. Frank Ragnow was injured. He stepped up. You re-signed him to a one-year, $2 million deal. Like, these are great deals. Alex Anzalone, one of the leaders on the team, one of the captains, re-signed him for a one-year, $2.25 million deal. Like, these are great deals. The most they paid was Tracy Walker on a 3-year, $25 million. That included 17 guaranteed. So the cap hit per year in terms of on the Detroit Lions is nothing. So I love it. And this is what I expected Brad Holmes to do. Keep the guys you want to keep. Especially this early in the rebuild, it's not – it sets you back to let Josh Reynolds, to let Tracy Walker, to let these guys go. So bringing them back on very affordable contracts is what I expected to happen. Is what I would like to happen, and it's happening. So I love it. Good for Brad Holmes, not going out and overpaying for a Christian Kirk or overpaying for anybody else that's out there. You're seeing all the deals that got done yesterday. I think the Lions, in terms of value, got some guys. So they haven't splashed on any free agents. But, again, did you guys expect that this season? Like, I really didn't. I think Marcus Williams is all what we're all hoping for. But, again, for $15 to $17 million, right now it just doesn't seem likely. Next season, the season after that, when you're winning more games, you can go all in and buy all in on these guys and add free agents, kind of like how the Chiefs did with Tyrann Mathieu. But again, the Lions right now took care of what they needed to take care of. They took care of re-signing guys that they loved, that were a part of their culture. And what's the best way to build culture? Win. But besides that, keeping guys around. Matt Patricia walked into the Detroit Lions facility in Allen Park, got rid of Quandre Diggs and Darius Slay. So I love it. You're keeping guys you like. Tracy Walker stays in Detroit, and they couldn't be more happier. So this is what I expected to happen. This is what I'm okay with happening, and it makes me trust Brad Holmes a lot more because his first real offseason where he can go out and spend some money, he didn't overpay for nobody. So I love it. And that's the GM that, and we all were looking for this moment to see how Brad Holmes would handle it because we know him as an evaluator in the draft, but never really seen him be in charge of a free agency like this. And so far, I like it. I give him an A, Adam.
Yeah, he gets an A+ for me because the composure, the patience, the ability to recognize what is important for my football team.
Yes.
It's important for my football team that I keep Josh Reynolds to have that rapport with Jared Goff. It's important for my football team that I bring back a team captain in Alex Anzalone. It's important for my football team I bring back Tracy Walker to a very friendly deal given I think the safety market is going to be a little higher than people expect. You look at the Justin Reed contract. It's a fair deal for the Detroit Lions. And then you look at the last and most recent one in DJ Chark, patience. Christian Kirk, $21 million annual. Zay Jones, big-time money. Okay. Watch this. DJ Chark. $10 million guaranteed, $12 million deal, 1 year. Okay.
I love it.
You have now a big-bodied receiver. You have stability at the wide receiver position. I am absolutely in love with what this team looks like moving forward. Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, Josh Reynolds, Quintez Cephas. I'm not concerned if he makes or breaks it anymore. I'm not relying on a guy who's been unreliable. Love that. Thank you. TJ Hawkinson, are you going to finally have a good year where we actually want to give you some money? Or are you just going to keep getting hurt and playing the same amount of games in your first 3 seasons that Eric Ebron did? And have a similar catch percentage that Eric Ebron did? You tell me, TJ. Need more out of you, buddy. Offensive line is good. The running game will be good. I think Ben Johnson calling the plays is going to be immensely an upgrade over what they had earlier on in the season with Anthony Lynn. And you saw how when he was putting together the offensive game plans last year, the offense really started to get it going. Dan Campbell calling the plays really changed the momentum of this team's season. Yeah, okay, they only won 3 games last year. Fine. Not the best record. I think that's obvious.
Right.
But, Jeff, you have no excuses this year.
No.
You got to get it done. And I'm not talking you got to win the Super Bowl. I'm not talking you got to get to a championship game. I don't even need a playoff win this year. But what I mean is you better put out a good football product, and you better win 6 to 8 games. Hell, I think you can win 9. Just me. Ball's in the Lions' court now. Brad Holmes, hell of a job. I think he's doing a great job of surrounding Dan Campbell with the talent he needs. What all of you complained about last year? Oh, well, this team doesn't have any talent, Adam. What'd you expect? They only won 3 games, so what'd you expect? All right, fine. Look at the talent now. It's actually starting to look a lot better for Detroit, and I'm feeling better about Detroit than I am about Chicago.
Yep.
Than I am about Jacksonville, than either of the New York teams, but that could change, obviously, because they both have 2 top 10 picks. We'll see who they select. But you're starting to have confidence in a GM for the first time, Detroit, I think, in your franchise's history. When have you ever been truly confident? And when have you ever had these type of conversations about a GM in Detroit? I'll tell you, never. And you have it with Brad Holmes. Does that mean Dan Campbell's the head coach that's going to win you at all? Maybe not. Maybe he's just a bridge guy. Or maybe, just maybe, this year he's going to showcase that he has the ability to win you football games.
Right.
That he has the ability to not only command the locker room, but to be able to put together and manipulate a system that will allow his football team to get an advantage on Sunday. Now the ball's in Dan Campbell's court. The talent will be there by the end of the draft. The talent will be there, barring injuries. There's no excuses going into next year.
And that's what I love about Brad Holmes, because you talk about that lacking talent last year. They didn't go out and overpay for guys to try to accommodate that and bring in more talent. They were patient, and they paid guys what they felt was right, and they got a lot of good deals out of it. So that's what I respect, I think, out of Brad Holmes the most. He didn't overreact. He didn't go out and pay top dollar for anybody yet, cross your fingers yet, but he makes a lot of smart business decisions, and you got to give him credit for that. I mean, DJ Chark on a prove-it deal. You re-signed Tracy to a great deal, a guy that everybody wanted to stay in Detroit, so got to give him credit. I think he played this the right way. He was patient. Everybody was signing guys yesterday. You didn't hear really about the Lions. The Lions were quiet. The Lions were real quiet yesterday. They signed the guys they needed to sign from their own team, and then they went out and got a DJ Chark. So I really respect it. And that's what makes me love Brad Holmes so much is he's patient, at least in his first offseason. Last offseason, he signed Brashad Perriman and Tyrell Williams. But again, those guys were really non-committal.
He learned from his mistakes last year.
Yes.
I'm feeling much more confident about the signings this offseason than I did last year.
Yep.
And you saw the midseason move for Josh Reynolds. It made all the impact in the world for Jared Goff. And look, Jared Goff is an average quarterback. He's not the franchise guy. He's not the Justin Herbert, the Josh Allen. He's not the guy you want to set up your franchise with for the next 12, 15 years. But you know what he is? A guy that can win you football games.
Absolutely.
I don't want to have this conversation anymore with Detroit Lions fans. Jared Goff is average. Does he suck at times? Absolutely. That's what average quarterbacks do. They suck. Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins, all the guys in the middle of the pack, they have clunkers. Welcome to the quarterback league, where average quarterbacks suck on occasion. But average quarterbacks can also get you a number 1 seed, Ryan Tannehill.
It's possible.
It's possible. Look, if Dan Campbell is the coach you want him to be, he will win you football games. He will find a way to win you football games with Jared Goff. And if he isn't the coach, well, you're going to win 3-4 games next year, and then you're going to win 5 or 6 the following year, and then he's probably ran out of town. But I don't believe that to be the case right now. I think they're putting a lot of talent on this roster. I think they're going to surprise some teams. And you saw down the stretch, whether it was meaningless games or not, they are a pain in the ass to play against.
Absolutely.
The Lions are a pain in the ass to play against because they'll run it on first down, second down, and third down. They don't care. They can. They'll do it. And that is extremely frustrating and confusing for a defense. So the Lions will pose problems for teams next season. I'm very confident in where this team is going, at least roster-wise.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel real good. I think draft night now is the make or break, Jeff.
Absolutely. And now you don't have to worry. Brad Holmes is going to get the talent, like you said. He's going to get the talent around Dan Campbell. This is what you want to happen, because not only will you be able to evaluate Dan Campbell, but you can further evaluate Jared Goff, and that's really what these 2 years are to me. You figure out, is Dan the right guy to be the head coach of the Detroit Lions? And is Jared Goff, how long is his expiration date in Detroit? So I think you're going to be able to answer both of those questions due to Brad Holmes and his ability to make moves in free agency. He's done it so far, and he's surrounded him with better players. So, yes, draft is the most important, Adam. You'll find multiple starters in that draft, and then that'll help us project where this team's going to go next year. But until then,
think of it this way. Jared Goff now has the ability to hand the ball off consistently because you have a very good offensive line and decent running backs.
Yep.
Jared Goff now has the ability to drop back, 3-step, 5-step, 7-step, and look for an Amon-Ra St. Brown, a DJ Chark, a Josh Reynolds. 3 players he will be comfortable with. TJ Hawkinson, may I add.
Absolutely.
Now you'll be able to run play action. Amon-Ra St. Brown running underneath routes. DJ Chark over the top. TJ Hawkinson, a delayed out route. He starts blocking, he runs out on play action. I mean, guys, do I have to explain this all for you? Really? Huh? Do we need to do like a film session? And DJ Chark, what he brings to this offense is stability. It's the same stability Allen Robinson would have brought to this offense. And it brings you comfort going into a draft. I mean, I am extremely high on the work Brad Holmes is doing right now. Very impressive, very impressive. Mm-hmm. This is how you conduct business in the NFL. You don't go out and pay Zay Jones, Christian Kirk, that kind of money when they haven't proven anything. And neither has DJ Chark. He's proven to be inconsistent, actually. And if he can put together a solid year, 980 yards, 1,040 yards, well, you know what? You're walking away, Detroit. Yeah, go out in the market. Go get all the money you want. We're good. We just got 1,040 yards out of you. We're good. We'll draft one. Oh, we'll find another receiver. This is not the end of the world, and then you have Amon-Ra St. Brown going into year 3.
Right.
Lions are trending up this morning. I'm feeling really good about them. I actually like the direction they're taking. Jesus Christ. Watch out for Ben Johnson and this offense this year. They're going to surprise some teams.
Absolutely.
They definitely are. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, whose side are you on? Now, Adam, what the hell are you talking about? I'll tell you. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, to me, are doing some shady, shady business. And it's affecting a player I think you all are well aware of, Davante Adams. We'll get to that after the break. But before we do, Maddie, please.
Yes, we do need to hear about our friends over at SMA.
Well, SMA, our friends, have been helping us and other pro athletes, including notables, for over a decade against the issues around mental health and substance use disorder. Now, with the help of NFL alumni Sean Jordan, has been able to save lives and take a stand against these issues. That's why, soon coming to Woodward Sports, the sports marketing agency podcast called This is the F Word series on fentanyl. So, if you are struggling with substance abuse or mental health, they are here to help. Please go to thesportsma.com and have them know that Woodward Sports sent you.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Everything that we've hoped for, finally.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Baseball, beer, babes, more beer. Opening day live from Brass Rail and Music Hall Amphitheater with Woodward Sports.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. We're broadcasting live today from Hall Financial, so make sure to check us out. Check out Hall Financial. We love them. Anyways, guys, Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers, and the Green Bay Packers.
I am very disappointed in the Green Bay Packers. As a franchise that has really done pretty damn good over the last 30 years, they have done a really bad job of managing the cap. They've done a really bad job of managing their quarterback situations towards the tail end of their careers.
Yep.
And now they're doing a really bad job with, I believe, one of, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL. And Davante Adams saying he's not going to play on the franchise tag, I think he has every right to say that, Jeff. And I think he has every right to hold out. You're paying Aaron Rodgers hundreds of millions in guaranteed money. You can't find money for the guy that allows Aaron Rodgers to be great?
And not only that, allows the Packers to not take a wide receiver in the first round. Because they have Davante Adams.
Remove Davante Adams from that team.
Yeah, when those
they're a 7-win team if they're lucky.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, and don't forget, Aaron Rodgers, too, only said he was coming back if he had Davante Adams.
He came back before Davante.
Well, he came back and took all the money, and now they can't pay Davante Adams.
Exactly.
And the Packers know this is the problem, right? This is the problem and the mistake they made with signing Aaron Rodgers to the deal they did. Where's the money? Where's the money?
You can't cut.
How does a quarterback that's made well over $200 million in his career taking a $50 million annual contract?
And even if they cut Zadarius Smith, like how much do you think Davante wants?
Well, I think Zadarius Smith, they had to cut him. 30 years old, a $27 million cap hit. That was the right decision. I have no issue with that. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is involved in that issue. But regarding Davante Adams, Aaron Rodgers, you shut the hell up and you take $35 annually to make sure your wide receiver gets paid. Because you're not getting to another NFC title game without that wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers, you're a bunch of jackasses right now. You have no idea what you're doing. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster. They re-sign linebackers to $10 million annual contracts. They re-sign secondary players. They re-sign linemen. They re-sign Aaron Rodgers. Davante Adams? Where's he? Have him. We don't need Davante Adams. You goddamn idiots. You goddamn idiots. I don't know what to do with them. I'm on Davante Adams' side. I hope he gets his money.
Oh, for sure.
Christian Kirk gets $21 million a year. You think Davante Adams, I'd pay him $40 million a year. Guy's the best wide receiver in the NFL.
If Davante's in Green Bay and he's playing on the franchise tag, or he's not playing, but he has the franchise tag currently, and he's looking at Christian Kirk get $21 million. He's looking at Amari Cooper just get up to, and now he's on the Browns, but with the Cowboys for $25 million annually. Like, Davante clears both of those guys. So he's damn near like a close to $30 million receiver. He's just that good. So it's going to be interesting. If the Packers have enough balls, kahunas, to let Davante, they have until July to get the deal done, and he said he will not play on a franchise tag. Those are other teams that are willing to pay Davante. I mean, there's a market for Davante. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Packers do. But of course I'm on Davante's side. Like, the guy's been nothing but good soldier for the Packers for a very long time.
Let me put it into context. The last 2 years, Davante Adams has more receiving yards than Christian Kirk in the last 4 years. More yards than Zay Jones in the last 3 years. More yards than DJ Chark in the last 4 years. And that's only using his last 2 seasons. Green Bay, my God, you guys just love to F everything up towards the end. You had something special. Back-to-back NFC title runs. You decided to take a quarterback. Way to go. Now you extend the aging quarterback that you were trying to replace. Like, brilliant ownership. Well, they don't have ownership, but brilliant management, I should say. Brilliant GM play. Brilliant head coaching. What the hell is Matt LaFleur going to do, huh? No Davante Adams, good luck. This is what I don't like about the Aaron Rodgers deal. They're investing it all and going all in on a guy that's not all in on them. That is extremely frightening.
It's slightly embarrassing for them as well. Like,
unbelievable.
That they're that committal to a guy. And I get it. The things have came out. They don't want to have the whole Brett Favre situation where Aaron's in and out, but at this point he kind of is. Like, it's been like that. So I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a good point bringing it up that he signed before Davante Adams, even though he said he wanted Davante Adams back. It makes zero sense to me. I'm still processing that. So we'll see. The Packers are going to have to cut a whole lot more people to get this done.
Lions fans, let me ask you this, huh? If this is your football team,
I'm
and this is the situation that's going on, what's the reaction? We're laughing now, right? Because it's Green Bay.
Right, it's not our
if
problem.
That's happening in Detroit, holy hell. How are you allowing this to happen, Green Bay? I don't understand it. Your fan base, pretty educated sometimes. Your GM, meh. The head coach I like a lot. You go all in on a guy that's not all in on you, and you're in this awkward situation where you're not even paying the best player on your football team. Oh, my God. Green Bay, you really messed this up.
I love this. RBZ in the chat. I live in Green Bay. Most of the fans can't stand Rodgers here. So clearly everyone in Green Bay.
Do you blame them?
Oh, absolutely not. No, I don't blame him. I mean, a guy who's in and out, he's not fully committal. Like, and I get it. It's his decision for his career. But again, like, the shortcomings that Aaron Rodgers has done. One Super Bowl, he has as many Super Bowls as Matthew Stafford right now in both of their respective careers. So talk about shortcoming and underperforming. That's Aaron Rodgers. So, of course.
Let me put this into perspective. The emergence of Davante Adams came in the first year of Matt LaFleur. Okay? First year of Matt LaFleur, he is on pace about, I would say, roughly 83 yards a game. He's looking good, coming off a full season. Well, never really had a full season outside of his first and third year. And then it's year 2 under Matt LaFleur where he shines, 18 touchdowns. And then last year, one of the best in the game. And here we are, a second-round pick. All he's asking is to get paid. Not asking for much here.
Yeah, he deserves it.
I'm the best wide receiver in the NFL. All you have to do is pay me.
And I have a workload, heavy workload on the Packers.
And you're asking me to work with Adam Lazard, a tight end I don't know, an offensive line that the guy changes week in and week out.
Yeah.
A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, sure, in a league where nobody gives a crap about the running back.
Yeah.
Way to go, Green Bay. You're really handling the situation well. God, I hope Green Bay. Now, I don't want to wish bad on people, so let me rephrase how I'm going to say this. I hope Green Bay enjoys the next 58 years of what the Lions have had to deal with for the way they've treated both of back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks that they've had. We've had one. Hey, at least we traded him, sent him to a nice situation.
Nice.
No, it wasn't hard feelings at the time. Maybe it was, but it wasn't this bad. And here we are. The Packers go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, and they F up both of them. Green Bay, honestly, like, for all the success, you guys are really stupid.
And they must not give a damn at this point about Jordan Love anymore because they're like, listen, we're going all in on Aaron, and the rest will figure itself out. Because if you're all in on Jordan Love, you'd at least try and get a deal done with Davante because you need Davante, and I get it. Davante wants to play with Aaron Rodgers, but take care of Davante. Take care of Davante. He is your offense besides Aaron Rodgers.
You literally don't have an offense if Davante Adams is not playing for your football team, Jeff. Think about it.
No, you're right.
Aaron Rodgers, 2 running backs nobody cares about. And what?
Randall Cobb.
Lazard? Randall Cobb. Oh, excuse me. They need to cut Randall Cobb and give all the money that he's making. How do you not pay Davante Adams? How do you make this mistake? How do you allow it to get to this point? Because you could have paid him last year or the year before for much less than what he'll go for right now. Dumbasses.
It could get as ugly as not being able to work out a deal.
Unbelievable.
It could get more uglier. It could get to the point where we're in July and he doesn't have a deal done and he's willing to sit
Aaron
out.
Rodgers himself sitting back here like, I went on a
12-day cleanse.
I went on a 12-day cleanse, and I really thought to myself, life is like an orange. You can't eat the orange unless you peel it. And the same with a banana. If you don't peel the banana, well, you can't eat it.
It's a great point.
That's Aaron Rodgers right now.
No, that's exactly.
That's the philosopher
Aaron
Rodgers.
He's sitting on money bags.
He's sitting right now getting paid $50 million a year, while his wide receiver can't even get paid, and he's nothing without that wide receiver. I am going on another 12-day cleanse to enjoy my $50 million.
I really hope this bites them in the ass. I really do.
Davante Adams goes into an abyss of I don't give a shit what happens with Davante Adams because I got paid. And I won. And I'm a narcissist. I'm Aaron Rodgers, and I do whatever I want. And I don't care about people around me. That's why I disown my family. That's just the dude I am. I'm just thinking more and more about these oranges and this cleanse that I'm doing. And
it's always about the oranges.
Everything makes sense now. God damn it, man.
And listen, I got to address easy. He said Aaron will be straight without him. Well, easy. And we've known Aaron won a Super Bowl before that.
Okay,
what
do you mean he'll be straight without him? Throwing to Adam Lazard, they'll win 7 games next year if they're lucky.
Tough.
If they're lucky without Davante Adams. You guys serious right now?
It's like,
come on.
I don't care who you are. It's like saying Matthew Stafford losing Cooper Kupp. He'll be fine. Well, not every. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal, man. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers is not a 2-time back-to-back MVP without Davante Adams. Davante Adams, 29 touchdown catches in the last 2 years. Aaron Rodgers doesn't win those 2 MVPs without him. Yeah. Throwing to, Adam Lazard and Randall Cobb. Excuse me. Cheers, my friend. Excuse me. I forgot Aaron Rodgers can win everything. Did you forget what he looked like before Matt LaFleur showed up? He looked like he was on his way out of the league. Matt LaFleur shows up, 2-time MVP. Back-to-back, should I add. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Let's take a quick break. When we get back, baseball is almost upon us. April in the D. I want to look ahead to the baseball season. Mickey playing or accepting his role as a designated hitter. I love what's going on in Detroit right now. Maddie,
yes.
It's almost April.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm counting down the days. But we do got to go to break. Before we go, can you please tell us about Gypsy Vodka?
Gypsy Vodka, Aaron Rodgers, I couldn't recommend it enough. The smoothest and best tasting vodka on the market. You're going to need a ton of Gypsy, Aaron, because you're going to be drinking a lot when you have no Davante Adams to throw to, my friend. The best and smoothest tasting vodka, again, on the market, locally owned and operated up in Petoskey, Michigan. Gluten-free, it's Michigan's vodka, asked for by the name of Gypsy. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do drink responsibly.
Hi, I'm Cade, Cunningham. I'm proud to partner with Hall Financial, the mortgage company known for 5-star service. Don't just take my word for it. Check out their 5,000 5-star reviews for yourself. Go to callhallfirst.com and get started with your 5-star experience today.
Think you're a big shot?
Oh, excuse me, it goes down!
Think you can make the big shot?
Washington fires and hits!
Woodward Sports wants to send you to the finals for college basketball April 2nd through the 4th in New Orleans. That's right, you and a friend in the Big Easy. We'll take care of the airfare, hotel, and tickets to see the finals for college basketball. Listen Monday through Friday to the Morning Woodward Show. Big D Energy. And the bottom line for your chance to qualify. If you can make the big shot, you and a friend are getting out of the cold and to New Orleans.
Got it!
Keep listening and watching for your next chance to win. Powered by Planet Fitness, Centron, and the Sports Marketing Agency.
And it's over! Anything can happen in March!
You know what month it is. It is March. March Madness is upon us, and Woodward Sports wants to send you to New Orleans to see the college basketball finals. Make sure you're listening Monday through Friday to the Morning Woodward Show, afternoons with Big D Energy, and drive time with the bottom line. And if you want more chances to qualify, make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, and, of course, heading over to woodwardsports.com. We will cover the airfare, hotel, and tickets to the game. Today's qualifier is going to be whoever
types in Davante Adams in the chat. Whoever types in Davante Adams in the chat, you get qualified.
All right.
Maddie, you can select. Fine. I have no problem with it.
I always select.
All right. Here we go.
It's my turn.
I know. April in the D, Tigers. April's really
opening
approaching.
Day.
I'm really excited. Honestly, baseball season, the fact that they agreed to these new terms where we don't have to wait for a Riley Green. We don't have to wait for a Spencer Torkelson. We get to see them opening day. It's about damn time.
About damn time.
Davante Chark. Oh, God damn, that's a good one. Miggy accepted his role as a designated hitter. I have 2 questions for you, Jeff. 1, are you surprised he did? And 2, what does that mean for Spencer Torkelson, who, may I add, is wearing number 20?
I'm not surprised. I think this says a lot about Miggy's character. And not only that, Miggy, he's gone through so much physically to try and win in Detroit. Obviously, had a World Series win before he got here, but he may be shy of 3,000 hits. He's 13 away, but he just wants to win. And that's the biggest thing I respect about him. He understands where he's at in his career right now. And with Spencer Torkelson, with Riley Green, how can you not want these guys to play as much as they can, especially given the potential? Miggy's has a chance to at least watch them live and see them out there hitting balls, and they've been great. He's been talking about it. So him being humble and saying, listen, these guys can play this. I just want to be a DH. I love it. And it's a display on Miggy's unselfish character, and he's always been a class act. We know this, but I can't wait to see the new guys out there, the new bloods out there on opening day, because Miggy just coming out and saying this, and like you said, the changing of having these guys able to play earlier in the season, it opens up the door for decisions like this. And if you have a team guy like Miggy, it should be no problem. And I love it. It says a lot about Miggy's character, and that's really the biggest thing I took away from it. unselfish.
Miggy has always been unselfish, and this is guys enjoy the moments while you have them now, right? Miggy's on his way out of the league. Obviously, he'll be retiring soon. Enjoy it. Enjoy Miggy being a part of this young process. Enjoy Miggy going after 3,000 hits. We saw him get number 500 last season.
Right.
This is where we're going, and to see him walk away, hopefully giving those tips, pointers, whatever he can that he can offer to a Riley Green, a Spencer Torkelson, even Badu, all of these guys. It doesn't matter who it is, even Baez. Like, I'm feeling really good about the Tigers, and Jeff, call me crazy. I think they compete for the Central this year.
You've been saying that for
I've been
a
saying
while.
it since
You've
December.
Been on it. I know you've been on it for a while.
I really think they compete for the Central this year. Young bats, explosive bats.
I want to agree with you.
Solid pitching.
They do.
I think the bullpen's going to be a lot better this year. And you got the best manager in baseball. Call me crazy. I think they compete for the Central. I know the White Sox are levels ahead. But if you can go after a Rondon, the White Sox former starting pitcher who's a free agent right now. Boy.
You sure up your pitching? Like,
you just need one more starter. You just need one surefire arm. That's it. But what is it going to cost? Is Illich going to spend? I mean, we can do this all day.
Yes.
But even without any more signings, book me.
Book the ticket.
Tigers to win the Central.
And I've been saying a little over 500, but again, like, that's competing, and that's at the same time, if they win the AL Central, I mean, Chicago's going to be tough, but at the same time, I love it. I love the just in terms of looking at the Tigers this year, there's so many ways you can go about it, but saying they can win it, at least it's like I want to agree with you so bad. I really do. I don't want to leave you on an island, honestly. I might just hop on the bandwagon as well. I'm excited. It's maybe because it's been too damn long. We've been dealing with free agency of football. Yeah, Tom Brady steal the show from the March Madness bracket. I'm just excited to watch baseball, man, and I'm excited for the Tigers this season. And to see right away, right off the bat, what we got in Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green, I am incredibly excited. And your prediction might not be far off, Adam. So I can't call you crazy.
Even if they don't go after any more free agents, I'm feeling very confident about this team. I think they have the best manager in baseball,
and that matters.
Oh, absolutely,
that matters.
Absolutely. And again, Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, are they going to have the year one shivers, or are they going to shine? This team isn't going to have the expectation and pressure, right?
Right.
So they're just going to be able to go out there and play baseball. They're not going to have to worry about, I'm getting called up to a contender. I'm getting called up to a team that may win 75, 80, 83, 85 games, who knows? And we're right on the cusp, and we're fighting for the playoffs come September.
Right.
I don't think that's going to be the case. Feeling good about the Tigers, man. Feeling good. I do want to ask you expectations year one for Riley Green and Spencer Torkelson, and of the two, who has the better rookie campaign?
Ooh, that's tough. I would say who I'm more excited about, Riley Green. I really am. And Spencer Torkelson, I think equally, you should be just as excited about him as well. But I think Spencer taking, first base now at least, and going out there and producing, I've seen the most hype around at least Spencer Torkelson and what he's been able to do. You see the videos of him hitting bombs, and I'm probably most excited for Spencer Torkelson. But personally, and who I think is going to have a better career, or at least a better rookie campaign, I might even lead towards Torkelson as well. But personally, Adam, I've been saying it for a while, Green is who I'm most excited for. I really am. I mean, these guys are really young studs, and that's what makes me so excited. You talk about having the best manager in baseball. Having talent like this with the best manager in baseball makes me even more incredibly excited. So, what are you leaning at? I'd probably say Torque at this point. But again, I see a lot of Torque, Riley Green in the chat. People are kind of split in between. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. But personally, I'm going to go Riley Green. But who I think is going to have a better rookie campaign? Probably Torkelson, if I had to say it.
Yeah, I'm more excited for Torkelson. I mean, that is the number one overall pick. I know Riley Green was phenomenal in the minors last year. They both were really. I mean, Torkelson really came on fire towards I would say the whole second half of the season in the minors. He really got it going. I believe he led the circuit in home runs last year. So
That's why I'm excited.
He was a unit. I'm excited for both. Don't get me wrong. It's not one over the other. But Torkelson, I think, has to be the clear favorite. That's the number one overall pick. That's the guy with all the expectations. That's the guy you took that you're hoping is the 35 and 112 guy a year, the 45 home run guy, the 42 and 120 RBI guy. That's what you're looking for out of Spencer Torkelson. Obviously, has a high upside ceiling. But that's what you want to see. And if he can get you 19, 23 home runs year one,
you'll take it.
I think you're feeling good. Riley Green, I think you can expect 17, 19 home runs. Torkelson, I think, can be up on the tail end of 23, 24, maybe even 25.
Yeah, he's crushing. He's going to be crushing balls, man. I can't wait.
Are they capable of batting over 300 in the big leagues year one? It's a tough question.
Yeah, it is a tough question. Honestly,
I'm going to say no year one for
especially
them both.
especially this early in how baseball is. I mean, it's hard enough as it is, and it does favor a lot of the time pitchers. But again, they're talented rookies. I don't think they'll hit over 30, but still, they're getting some bombs, no doubt. Torkelson's probably going to have the better, at least production, but I'm still excited for both.
Expectation for the young arms, Casey Mize.
Casey Mize, I'm excited for.
You think we're going to see that next step that early on we saw with Justin Verlander, where he showed promise, and then it was an average record with a good ERA, with a good whip, into, oh my God, he looks like one of the best young up-and-coming pitchers in all of baseball.
Right.
Are we going to see that this year out of Casey Mize?
I really am hoping. And you saw his play, especially towards the end of last season, that the Tigers winning a whole lot of games and kind of picking their record back up off the floor. And a lot of that was because of the pitching. And especially Casey Mize, I'm excited for. I think if I had to pick a player I'm most excited for out of all three of them, it probably would be Casey Mize because of how much responsibility he has coming in this year. A lot of expectations, a lot of people having different opinions like me. I'm just excited to see him get out there and play as well as he did last year to kind of build off of it. I don't know if he'll have a Justin Verlander-esque projection, but again, Adam, if you can get him playing like he did last year towards the end of the season, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. I'm good with it.
Yeah, let's see. I'm as hopeful as you are in terms of Casey Mize taking that next step. I do want to transition a little bit. We have a few minutes, 5 minutes actually to be exact. Rob, why are you bringing up he cheated to win a title?
Yeah, I don't see it too. Rob, what's going on?
If the Lions cheated and won a Super Bowl, you wouldn't give a damn. All right? Now, they may be cheaters in Houston, but if the Detroit Tigers would have cheated one of those years with that roster and they would have won, none of you would say a damn word. So shut the hell up. You would have celebrated that World Series win. You would have celebrated that Super Bowl.
You would have been downtown.
And nobody would have changed your mind or your feeling from that win. So we're not going there. All right? Let's move on. I want to ask you, we have a few minutes. I do want to ask you, Jeff, I want to revisit Cade. Because going into the next break, we're going to discuss the number 2 overall position for the Detroit Lions. What does it mean now that they've signed Chark? How does that affect Jacksonville, considering they've spent all this money? They've shored up their O-line. I think Aidan is the consensus 1. How does that affect the number 2 overall pick now? So we'll get to that at 9:40. But before we do, 2 minutes. Give me a campaign for Rookie of the Year for Cade Cunningham.
I can do that.
We
no
love
problem
this.
about it.
We love
well,
this.
guys, let me ask you this. How do you value it? How do you value it? That's the question I have, not only for the viewers, but for the media members that vote on this award. How do you value it? Do you look at team record, which, yes, there has been times in the past, especially LaMelo Ball, he was under 500, he won Rookie of the Year, had similar numbers. But again, this class, this is where I have to draw the line. When you're talking about Rookie of the Year, people get offended. They like to think, okay, well, you're talking about Cade Cunningham, you're obviously discrediting Scotty Barnes or Evan Mobley. No, I'm not. All I'm saying is, you've got to look at the Rookie of the Year and the definition of that. It's what rookie has been the most impressive given the circumstances, given what has been on his shoulders. And I'm not saying whoever has the worst team wins Rookie of the Year. That's not what I'm saying. But how much of a role do you have in the offense? You might have said, yes, Evan Mobley had a 30-point game yesterday. But again, Darius Garland had, 25 and 14? Are we just going to look over that? Cade has been unquestionably the best player, complete player on his team. Jeremy Grant's leading in scoring the team in scoring, but you're going to tell me he's a better player than Cade Cunningham as a rookie? I disagree with you. Cade has much more of an effect on the floor when he's out there, and that's why I look at it. How much value do you have when you're on the basketball court? Cade, by far, has the most out of any player this year because of what he can do on both sides of the ball, what he can do with the basketball, and what he can do in a multitude of ways. I mean, as a leader, no way. It's got to be individual talent, and Cade, soaring above everybody else. But again, very impressive class. I just don't see how you can't have Cade number 1 if you value it the right way. Which is maybe I'm being a little selfish because my way it's either my way or the highway. But that's the reality of it. Honestly, if media members are going to take into account winning, get your ass to the MVP award. Go vote on the MVP award, and maybe you can give some votes to Evan Mobley. But no, you're not giving Rookie of the Year. Stays in Detroit, but I'm not worried about it because guys, you have to understand Rookie of the Year winners don't always, like for example. There's been years, Andrew Wiggins, he won Rookie of the Year. Where's Andrew Wiggins doing now? He's on the Warriors, and he's like a third option. So it doesn't always matter winning Rookie of the Year. What matters is player development. And that's why Cade has been the best, because he's been getting better and better and better and better. So I love it, and I got no complaints for it. Even if you don't win the award, it's been fantastic to watch Cade develop this season. So it's been awesome.
Well, awesome. We do have to head to a break, but before we go, I did pick a winner, and the winner that I chose was the first person to actually spell Davante Adams' name correctly in the chat. So Ryan's reaction, you are today's qualifier. So you are in the running to win the trip to the NCAA Finals. Wow, words are hard today. Anyways, we do need to go to break, but before we go, I do need to hear about MyBookie.
Gentlemen, MyBookie, your premier sports betting partner. Bet from anywhere, anytime, using MyBookie. Sign up today using code Woodward. They'll match you dollar for dollar. March Madness around the corner. The play-ins are today. Take advantage of it. Thursday it kicks off. We're here live at Hall. MyBookie. Again, dollar for dollar match. You put in $100, they'll match you $100. You put in $200, they'll match you $200. Take advantage of MyBookie. Use code Woodward. And if you have a gambling problem, please call the Gambling Problem Hotline at 1-800-270-7117.
I'm Cade, Cunningham. Working with Hall Financial to purchase my first home was easier than I could have ever imagined. They treated me like family from start to finish. Find out for yourself at callhallfirst.com.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Not all of us can be as tan as Jeff is since he went to Florida, but you can if you go to Chili Peppers Tanning. That's where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D with spotless sanitized rooms and trained certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals. I'm in the Pepper Club. You will not regret it. And don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. Chili Peppers Tanning, it's where you find the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans. I know I will be definitely hitting up Chili Peppers Tanning this weekend.
You're so needy.
I am needy.
Jesus Christ.
So needy. I can't help it.
Guys, I go to Florida and I'm good for like a week. That's it.
You guys are unbelievable.
You still look great.
I know, Maddie.
You're still tanner than both Adam and I, so you're doing
Thanks
good.
for rubbing it in. I
Yep.
know. I know. Thanks to all the white people. Shout out. Yep.
Oh, my God.
Hell
Hey,
yeah.
Italians for the win. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, whatever. We are live from Hall Financial, everybody. Let's get into the last segment before mailbag. Jeff, is the number 2 position attractive enough, given what's happened in the market for the Lions to trade back? And number 2, and the second part to this question, what has Jacksonville's offseason moves told you about what they're doing at number 1?
Well, I'll start with the number 2 pick, and no, I don't see a team trading up for a quarterback, number 1. The edge rushers in this class aren't Myles Garrett or Chase Young, so that's clear. I don't see a team trading up. Carolina, if they don't land Deshaun Watson, which that'd probably be my favorite to land them, they're not taking a quarterback. If Seattle, they're at 9, they can take a quarterback and stay put. They don't have to trade up and get one. And even if Washington wanted a quarterback or Pittsburgh wanted a quarterback to sit behind their current quarterback, which is Carson Wentz for Washington or Mitchell Trubisky in Pittsburgh, they can do that still. They can still take a quarterback. So, no, I really don't see it. Not at 2. That's for sure. That's for certain. And the Lions most likely stay put, and you have to decide. I mean, you have 3 guys. Trayvon Walker, you have Kayvon Thibodeau, or do they take a George Karlaftis? Do they reach and take a Kyle Hamilton? Do they take, somebody else? I don't know. And that's going to be the most interesting part for me to look at. Now, what do the Jaguars, especially what does this mean for their season, what they've done in the offseason? It means a whole lot. And it also means you're bringing a guy like Doug Peterson. He wants to win. He doesn't want to rebuild your team. So you've had the number 1 pick the last 2 years. Doug Peterson comes in. You have a number 1 overall pick in his second year. He feels this is the year to at least show improvement, and they want a lot of improvement considering what they spent in free agency. they're going all in. And they should be expected to win 7 to 9 games this year. And if you cannot accomplish that, what the hell are you doing? That's the That's the question I have for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You spent the money. You paid these guys. Go out and win football games, because clearly you don't want to be back in this position, which I respect. But this says a lot about Doug Peterson as a coach, because he does not want to be back in this position again next year. He does not. Absolutely not.
I'll tell you what. When I look at Jacksonville, they still need a tackle. And I'm not going to vie out hope they pass on Aidan Hutchinson, but damn it. It's starting to look like Jacksonville are edging closer and closer to taking an Aidan Hutchinson. And what does that mean for the Lions? Well, it puts them in a tricky spot, and that's where this number 2 pick really gets a bit dynamic and interesting. Do you pass on Thibodeau and take another edge rusher, Jermaine Johnson, Trayvon Walker, Kalafdis out of Purdue? You have the options.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? And then do you want to be that GM that passes on Kayvon Thibodeau, right? See, a lot of us, in the media, sometimes I think people are irresponsible with how they evaluate players and how they say, well, I'd pass on him, I'd choose him, I'd choose him. And I feel like fans do that a lot of the time. And you need to understand, if you are the GM of a football team, you have to think about, how do I build the best football team? How do I build all that stuff? But you also have the human side of it is, if I pass on Kayvon Thibodeau and I take Trayvon Walker, and Thibodeau in 2 years is an all-pro, and Trayvon Walker has 7.5 sacks in 2 years, I might lose my job.
Yeah.
Because I took him number 2 overall.
Absolutely.
See, there's a lot of pressure already selecting that high because your team is losing. Add into the fact that you don't want to miss. You don't want to be a team that takes a Corey Davis number 5 overall New York Jets. You don't want to be that team. And if you are, and you're that GM, you're done. So this is a very difficult pick for Brad Holmes. I think this is the most challenging pick he will have during his entire tenure as the Detroit Lions GM. And if he's able to walk away with a damn good pick, a damn good player, and dare I say a home run, the Lions are on the right path.
And that's based on, and Easy brought up too, I think Jacksonville takes an offensive tackle just looking at Peterson's track record, and especially in Philly. They had a great offensive line.
Yeah, they want their Lane Johnson. I mean, that was the initial push when Peterson was hired. The consensus around the room was they're going left tackle. You need a left tackle. You need your Lane Johnson for the RPO system that Doug Peterson runs to be successful.
Yeah.
They still have that void. They still need it. They're still in the running for it. But damn it, boy, did they spend some money.
Yeah. Signed everybody and their mother. It's a whole lot of signing. So it's going to be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised to take a tackle. I think that makes the Lions' decision a whole lot easier. I think it gets tricky if they take Aidan Hutchinson. But if they don't, and they take in Evan Neal or the other tackle out of NC State, I think we're in a way better position. Because
if they're able to do that, guys, I really want you to understand something. Aidan Hutchinson, this is not a Michigan thing. He is the best prospect in this draft. He is the best, I would say the most complete overall prospect in this draft.
Yeah, not only safe.
Second, Kayvon Thibodeau. Because of his upside, how high his ceiling is. Okay. Number 3, you could make the argument for Kyle Hamilton. I have no problem with that. Okay, fine. But you don't take a safety number 2 overall. How many times do I have to have this conversation? Swear to God, I'm going to kill myself one of these days. Anyways.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Last safety to get drafted that high 31 years ago. It's crazy. At number 2.
Yeah, look, again, if I told you, here, let's break it down this way. If I told you get an edge rusher at 2 of your choice, select any of them, and then your choice of Sign, Brisker, and Kirby Joseph, that pairing, or Kyle Hamilton and what? Boye Mafe, Cameron Thomas, who I do love, which do you prefer? You're going to take the goddamn edge rusher at number 2. That's what you're going to do. Because you know you can get similar production at 32, 34 out of a safety that you will likely get with Kyle Hamilton year 1. Now, could Kyle Hamilton be the next Ed Reed? Sure. And those are lofty fucking expectations, Jeff.
You better hope he lives up to it.
You want to bring up Ed Reed? Be my guest. You're setting that kid up for failure. You really are. You're going to need your Lane Johnson. You're going to need, I would say, given that Jacksonville were absolutely atrocious at running the football last year, you're going to need to develop a run game. So they still could go O-lineman. But What that means for the Lions at number 2, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, and it makes it very much more interesting. And if they do take a safety, I don't know what I'd do. I really don't. And I like Cal Hamilton, but that's tough. That's real tough. And like you said, you need what benefits your pass rush, or your secondary is a great pass rush. And the Lions haven't been able to address it. So we'll see what they do with Charles Harris. I don't know if they're going to re-sign him. But again, number 2, Aidan Hutchinson. Number 2, if he's gone, Aidan goes number 1. You got Kayvon or Trayvon. I mean, you take your pick, and I think they'll be comfortable out of any of the 3. But again, Adam, you made a great point. If Trayvon gets 8 sacks in 2 years and Kayvon's getting double digits, Brad Holmes loses, and that's just that's the reality of being a general manager in the NFL. You got to do your homework, and he does enough. So I trust him. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. It really is.
Yeah, I don't understand this Kyle Hamilton talk because last I remember. And I actually remember this very vividly. The conversation with Jeff Okudah was not just about the Detroit Lions. He was one of, if not the best prospects we've seen come out into the draft at the cornerback position in recent time. He was complete. He was long. He was fast. What do you get in a passing league? You get shredded. You get shredded.
Yeah.
You want to take a safety,
wrong.
be my guest. I truly wish you were actually a GM and you had the balls to make that pick. Because if you did, you would be ran out of town in less than 2 years.
And what was the thing? It was clear as day to us when Jeff Okudah was out on that field week 1. He had no pass rush. So Jeff Okudah was on an island, and that's what Cal Hamilton's going to be without a pass rush, man. You got to
imagine trying to guard somebody for 5, 6, 7 seconds. Impossible.
You can't. In today's NFL, you can't.
And you can't even hold on to him.
No.
Then it's defensive holding.
Yeah.
You can't even grab receivers anymore.
Get to the quarterback.
Yeah, no, guys, get to the quarterback. Get to the quarterback. We got to take a quick break. When we get back, get all of your questions lined up in the chat. Mailbag coming up. But before we go, I have to tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness, your home of a judgment-free zone. Your fitness is essential. Take it very seriously every single day. You should strive to become a better person, both physically and mentally. Planet Fitness is definitely one of the spots you should pursue. $0 down, $10 a month. Check them out at planetfitness.com or visit any of their Metro Detroit locations. Take your fitness seriously in 2022, both physical and mental. I can't stress it enough. We'll see you guys for Mailbag right after the break.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
What do you get when you mix fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken with our savory signature sauces? The best damn wings you've ever had. Wing Snob Traditional Wings. Try our Jamaican jerk or lemon pepper. And we toss them to perfection. When your wings are this good, it's easy to be a snob. Order online at wingsnob.com today. Wing Snob. We just have better wings.
Woodward Sports is here to change the game. On March 21st at 9 a.m., we have a big announcement. The Morning Woodward Show will never be the same.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show. We're live from Hall Financial, Michigan's highest-rated mortgage company. If you're looking to refinance or purchase a home, call 1-866-CALL-HALL or chat with them online at callhallfirst.com. We can't thank Hall Financial for having us out here enough. Big D Energy coming up at 11 o'clock. Let's get Mailbag started. What do you think of Detroit's new wide receiver? I love the signing. Is he going to make immediate impact? I do think so. The fact that you're only committing $12 million, 10 of it guaranteed to him, Jeff, for 1 year.
Love it.
Where's the risk involved here?
Any other Lions general manager would have tied up money into DJ Chark right away. Gave him a 3-4 year deal worth $50 to $60 million. Brad Holmes takes it slow. Gives him a 1 year prove-it deal. Smart. I love how he's thinking. I love how he's approaching free agency. So, solid signing. And I like this kind of transitions to our next one. Do you think Iffy will make an impact in the second year this year? I think so. I'm actually excited to see Iffy this year. Didn't get to see him a whole lot last year. When he did play, he did have production out there. So, very excited for Effie. I think everybody is, especially to get out there and
I like this question from Pistons fan. Is the big announcement a third host? Look, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I have zero information. Jeff has zero information.
Oh, yes.
You guys are going to have to wait till the 21st. I am so excited. I mean, this is really a huge step for everybody involved in the show. We're really excited about what's happening next. I can't wait. Stick is over here just laughing his ass off.
You just said I have no information, but I'm very excited.
Well, I'm lying to them. Of course I'm going to lie to them. I'm not going to tell them what's actually happening. Of course I know.
You guys are going to love it. Don't worry about it.
Adam, do you think it will be a reach to get Christian Watson in the third round to complete the wide receiver room?
No.
I don't think so. Again, I don't mind if Brad Holmes goes after one more wide receiver, whether it's 32, 34, 66. It doesn't matter. Guys, stop bringing up Ed Reed when you talk about Con Hamilton. I swear to God, you're not helping yourselves. Anyway,
easy, I love you.
Let me finish this. Let me finish this point. I don't mind the Christian Watson deal. I think it's fair. Again, you're only committed 1 year to DJ Chark. It's not like he's a long-term solution. I think what it does is it allows Brad Holmes to take a receiver, I would say, at 66 or 97 or 101. That would make more sense to me. So I don't mind it at all. Next question. Let's see. Big announcement is Joik is coming back from Russia. That is not the case. That is not the case. Justin Spear, I am the new secret third host. Surprise spoiled. Welcome in the chat, everybody. Let's see. May have already covered this, but Detroit extending quarterback Boyle for another year. We won't take a quarterback this year. Thoughts?
I mean, that's...
They could still take a quarterback if the one they want falls to them. Do they take it at 2? I don't think so. I never felt that was ever the case. I think that was a complete joke. I still don't believe Malik Willis is the answer, not only at 2, but for any team realistically. It doesn't make any sense to me, but we'll move on from that. Ed Reed isn't even a fair comparison. I don't even get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't understand how you compare the greatest safety and a top 3, top 4 player of all time on defense.
The more you throw Ed Reed's name out there, the more we're looking forward to seeing Kyle Hamilton and seeing if that production is similar to Ed Reed. Stop throwing his name out there, man. You don't want to do it to yourself. You don't.
No, it's okay because these same people won't apologize for being wrong about Matthew Stafford. Let's see. What other questions do we have in the chat? Jeff, help me out here. Trayvon Walker can play linebacker, D-lineman, and edge. He's a special player.
Yep.
You know what? The same can be said about Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State, by the way. That dude lined up everywhere on the defensive line last year. I mean, he was phenomenal. I believe he did ball out in the Senior Bowl, so the Lions got a first-hand glimpse at the player he was. Who knows? Who knows? I just don't. At 2, it's tough to pass on Thibodeau or Hutchinson, guys. It really is. I mean, those are the guys. And do you want to be that GM? Are you confident in yourself? I would trust Brad Holmes to do it. But are you that confident in passing on edge rushers at number 2? Adam, I hated Okuda, and even when he was drafted, I said they would be fired by midseason. I was in a lot of chats telling people he was way overrated. Look, I'm with you. You're overvaluing the secondary position. They are secondary players. They cover wide receivers. Safeties cover the deepest part of the field. And sometimes, yes, they do play in the box. That's very beneficial, sure. But at the end of the day, the quarterbacks and the wide receivers have the advantage. The one X factor that can eliminate all of the production from a wide receiver or a quarterback is by an edge rusher getting to the quarterback. It's that simple, guys. It's not a hard concept to understand.
I like this question. Do you see, or Jeff, do you see Marvin Bagley starting when Isaiah Stewart comes back, or do you think Isaiah will be back out there when he's healthy? Honestly, at this point, guys, I don't see any of them as a starter. I'm going to be honest. Or Marvin Bagley, at least it's starting at the 5. I see Beef Stew, and we've talked about this with our guy, Motor City Hoops. Isaiah Stewart's ceiling is going to be eventually that energy off the bench guy, similar to a Montrezl Harrell. That's how I see him. And I love Beef Stew, but again, 6'9" in this league starting at center, it's tough. And Bagley doesn't have the defense, in my opinion, to start consistently at the 5. So maybe he's a future 4, but I'm excited for both of them, guys. I don't know how you can't be, man. It's great. What else we got?
Adam, if you were signed by Jacksonville, what position would you play? What do you think, Jeff?
I would love to
I would say I'd be the 3rd string quarterback.
I would love to see you out there. I would love to see you out there.
That's the only position I could play.
Would you be like a Tim Tebow, like tight end quarterback role?
Hell no.
You'd be like a hybrid.
No, not athletic enough to be a tight end. No. God, no.
No, he's out there.
No, please don't do that. Please don't compare me to Tim Tebow.
He's on special teams, guys.
I can at least throw a spiral, Jeff. Please, come on. Don't do that to me.
You're the
Adam, would you be okay with a 1-year prove-it deal for Kawhi Alexander?
I don't mind
I'm 50-50 on that. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in the middle to answer that question. So does this signing of Chark make it to where the Lions are not looking to draft a wide receiver
I don't
anymore?
think so.
I still think they're in the market for a receiver. It's a 1-year prove-it deal. It just takes the pressure off of them getting it this year. They could get one in the 3rd, 4th round. If it doesn't work out, nobody cares. And then next year's draft, again, they have 2 first-round picks. They'll be able to take another wide receiver if they do believe that's what they need. Adam, your thoughts on Vladimir Lenin? All right, last question before we go. Let's see. Adam could be a kicker. Come on. I guess I could kick. We should do like a kick challenge one day.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We should.
That would be great.
We really should. I am a Tim Tebow hater. He is the worst thing to ever happen to football in the history of football. He can take his John 3:13, all that stuff, shove it up his ass. I am not interested in Tim Tebow, the football player. What he does off the field, good man. Humanitarian, love it. Good dude. He can F himself on the football field. He has no business ever throwing a football ever again for anybody, not even a middle school team. That's how we're going to end the show. Roasting Tim Tebow. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show today. Live from Hall Financial. Can't thank Hall Financial enough. You guys are the best. Can't thank you enough, Jeff. You did great today. Fish, as always, Maddie, love you. Alex in the TD booth.
Yeah, shout out to Hall Financial.
Fun show. Make sure you sign up for our best bracket challenge. Guys, can't thank you enough. Have a great Tuesday. Check out Big D Energy live from Hall Financial at 11 a.m. And of course, the bottom line from 2 to 4 p.m. here from Hall Financial. I'm like running out of breath right now. Jesus Christ. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. I'm going to go get some coffee. We'll see you tomorrow.